going because it's hotter than Satan's toenails out here. Is it loud? Hey, Joanne. Yeah, I'm gonna play some of it, Jules. It was really good. Very, very interesting. Just give it a minute, a quick minute here. How is everybody's Thursday? Is today Thursday? I think it's Thursday. I don't know how my Wi-Fi is either, so there's that. Just let me go and let me know. Hey, watcher. Let me know if the Wi-Fi is terrible. Let me know if my AC is too loud. All the things. But what we're going to do is listen to a little portion of the behavior panel. It's rain buckets. Oh no. Hey, Banjo. Red Roadrunner. Lisa. Anna, sorry. Alicia. Yeah, so very, very interesting. Voomba. Yarn. Love my lady is a tramp. Amy. How's everybody today? So far, so good, huh? I went food shopping. And I went to get coffee. I was listening to the behavior panel on the Wells. Hey, Trish, Dandelion, Believe, Galway, Red. So we're going to listen to some of this. Hey, Debbie. You know, so first we had the cop, right? We had, well, Duty Ron, right? And we had his FBI agent fellow. And they watched some of what was going on in these interviews, right? And then now these behavioral experts, right? Home a few days, not in my back. Oh no, I'll try not to make you laugh. Hey, Lippy. Yeah, I went for coffee. That's impossible. Hey, Silas. So who are these guys, right? Like, what authority do they have? We are 4 of the world's top body language and behavior experts. Well, you know, we all think we're body experts. We watch these people. Liar. We don't know anything. We don't even know what we're talking about. So, together as the behavior panel, we analyze body language and human behavior in videos of public interest. We are a nonpartisan team looking to educate and entertain you with our interest and expertise in communication, body language, deception detection, interrogation, and resistance to interrogation. Hey, Hell of Live. So, hey, Cindy. Plumey Plume, illegally. Yeah, they're really good, right? Yeah, they monitor everything. You know, they monitor. Is there a vote? A vote about what? Are we voting? Okay, let's vote. What are we going to vote on? Hey, Georgina, Mac, Heather, Bethany. Oh, mowing the lawn, girl. No, it's too hot for that. So, I was not very familiar with these guys. I'd seen a couple of things that they'd done, not very familiar with them at all. I really enjoyed their video, though. It was really good. So, we're going to listen to some of it, okay? We're going to listen to some of this. The way people act, monitors, huh? What? So these are behavior analysts. You know, they're 4 of the world's top body language and communication experts, right? So they can look at video and analyze. Are people being truthful? Are they showing deception? It's all in the way people move their bodies, their mouths, their foreheads, their eyes, the tone of their voice. You know, a lot goes into it. We just sit here and watch. We're like, liar. We don't know what the hell we're talking about. We don't know what we're talking about. I swear, I think, you know, I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. But yeah, I've learned a lot, Yarn. I'm like, okay, so don't listen to people who don't have the expertise, right? So I'm glad that people are actually looking at this. We have the police officer, the FBI, we've got these guys now looking at it, and they're able to give us realistic, professional feedback, right? The rest is just us being wackadoodles. We don't know what we're doing. So now I will say I'm playing this because they agree with me, right? So would I be so quick to play this if they didn't agree with my analysis? No. You know, I'd kind of be like, damn it, man. How are they so in disagreement with what we heard the other day? But they do. So, that being said, we should listen. All right, are you ready? Love your music the other day. Thank you, Carolina. I'm a TikTok body language expert. I bet you are, right? Thank you for being normal. Oh, well, allegedly. Oh, allegedly. So if you're a member, you could win the allegedly mug. Allegedly. So we try and do a giveaway every month, right? And the allegedly has come up. So I was like, you know, an allegedly mug would be cool. So there you go. If you are a member, enter your name. And then we do a drawing and all of that stuff. Thanks, Yarn. Learn not to judge YouTube's tons of followers. And channels are still junk. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. Saba! All right. Are we ready to listen here? Because I'm so ready to love them. We might have to play it a few times because there's 4 of them and, you know, they talk a lot. So, okay. Ready? Okay, great.
This is conscious or unconscious. I'm not quite sure.
Shut up.
Greg, what do you have on it?
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I think if we go all the way back to the beginning of this, when you started off by saying,
These are
look,
them.
we believe in the resurrection, I think there is a hell of a lot of hopelessness in these people. Now, I also say whatever gets you to where you got is going to make you behave a different way. So if you've been in trouble with the police before, you're under high scrutiny and those kinds of things, you're going to be less forthcoming, just in your nature. And that'll come in our wrap up because it's an important fact for me. But when I watch her, I'm with you, Scott. This is a red flag. This is up until here. I'm like, here I start to be really concerned because, I mean, very specific words. My other children, not her, not my other children. And she really does show grief, sorrow, whatever you want to call it, in her face.
So, this part that they're analyzing right now is when they're interviewing Candace and she gets teary-eyed about the boys crying, right? No, they're not for American males, no. I think our friend Mark Bowden is from elsewhere. I'm not exactly sure where he's from. The other 3 seem American? I don't really know. So, when Candace finally shows some real emotion on her face, it's when she's saying her other kids wake up crying about Summer. And so far in this video, we are, I'm at 1 hour, 11 minutes. The whole video is only 1 hour and 20 minutes, right? But I was getting to their summary. They've had basically no red flags. Very few red flags. We'll play pieces of it anyway, right? Here we go.
This is asymmetric because of the nature of Chase. I think you're probably right. There's some nerve damage or something. But she's almost dejected and lifeless at this point. And then the only thing that comes out of it is that sadness about her other children, about these boys. So now we're left with a handful of things to think about. We've seen a lot of red flags that we would traditionally say, if it were person X or Y, that means this, or we would be interested. We can't control the conversation. We can't go to the next step. But he is appealing. He does come out and appeal and say to the only power he has. He started off with a high power, and this is a high power. I need you to release her. I need you to find a way to release her. So he's asking for release. He is asking for what he knows how to do, and probably in a way that the organism understands. That's the way I'd look at it. Chase, what do you got?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you guys. I think no emotion for the daughter, lots of emotion for the boys crying, the other children.
I started it here because for a specific reason. Throughout this whole thing, over an hour of this already, they don't see deception. They don't feel like Candace and Dawn are lying. They feel like they're being honest. They're giving that everything that they have. They believe that she might have some nerve damage in her face. They're not 100% sure on that, of course. They just didn't see anything that made them say, whoa, back up, hold on. So for me, that was really interesting, but I'm not just going to play an hour of them saying that they think they're being truthful, right? So we started at the one area where they were like, okay, this part was a little bit off for me. And I have not yet listened to their summary. So I'm going to listen to that with you guys.
And that stood out to me, and that made my stomach drop watching it this morning. I have a big TV right there, and I just kind of sit there and watch it on there in the morning when we record this. And I think that there's a definite possibility. There's a class of drug called benzodiazepines, which are used for acute treatment of anxiety, which acute means that I have a panic attack. I need something that's going to work really fast. And the trade-off is when I have a drug that works fast, it has a really quick half-life. One of the side effects of this, it's made to treat emotional conditions like fear or anxiety. But a side effect of this is that it treats all emotions. So it turns the volume.
So if you're unfamiliar with anxiety medications, right? I've never taken a Valium or anything like that, but I was prescribed Ativan because I had bad anxiety. I still do have bad anxiety. But when I got pregnant with my son, I was like, yeah, I'm not taking these anymore. But Ativan made me a whole new person, bitch. Because I have a hair trigger temper. So I needed to take it down a notch. So Ativan just made me calm, like happy. Like life is very good. You don't even, you know, crazy shit's happening and you're like, yeah, okay. You know, it's okay. Everything's okay. And I was on a low dose. I'm thinking Candace, you know, if she has anxiety, depression, anything like that, her dose is a bit higher because you wouldn't know that I was on Ativan. My sister knew because she knew me very well. She's like, what the fuck happened to your personality? I'm like, it's happy. She was like, yeah, that's not you. I'm like, it is now. So it was very strange, but how long has she been on this? We don't know. We have no idea. And hey to everybody.
Down on every emotion that we can have. And even if that's true, we still saw a baseline of almost no emotion there for the daughter, and then a spike, an unusual baseline deviation spike for the boys. And again, I have it in my notes here. I'm pretty sure there was no name mentioned here in this video of the child.
Please find it in your heart, have mercy, and find a way of letting her go, and where we can get her back.
Please bring her back home.
Just let her come home, please.
We miss her so much. Her brothers are so devastated that they wake up every morning crying for their sister. And as a mother, it really hurts to see your other children crying.
Let's throw it around the room and really shortly, 30 seconds or less,
Summary.
How we think it compares to deception versus being truthful, and sort of what you think about what's happening. Mark, you want to go first?
Yeah, I think they're being honest. I think the loss of emotion element, I think you're right there, Chase. There's some sedatives maybe involved. I think there are also maybe in that family or that culture, that specific culture, a different valuation on males and females, or that males must be valued more because they might be aggressive or violent, and especially their emotions need calming down. So I hear what everybody's saying there,
I haven't heard this part
yet. I think that might be at play around this piece, or certainly that's where I'm siding on this one. Chase, what do you got?
Interesting.
Agree with you.
Thanks, Louisa.
I think this is mostly truthful here, and I think any deception that we see is self-management, not projecting innocence. It's not out of guilt from a crime. But I think in this culture, especially in this area
It could be one of their phones.
of the United States, emotion is not part of the game. And in a lot of these cultures, especially working construction or working in these jobs like this, the more emotion you show, the less stable you're seen as, and it outcasts you from a group of males. And females tend to adopt those behaviors as well, especially in cultures like this. Scott?
Yeah, what I'm seeing here is I think you're right, Chase. I think the only thing we're seeing deception on is trying to hold back the information that they've been given about whatever that situation may be. I know we all discussed this a little bit earlier, so that's what I'm seeing there. Other than that, I think we're seeing them be honest, and we got those red flags there at the end. That still bothers me, but I think overall we're seeing truth here. Them being truthful and being honest. I think we're seeing their normal behavior. Especially in a situation like this, I think they're acting normally. Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, so I'm going to take you down the path of an interrogator. I've interrogated a lot of people.
Okay.
When people give you too much information about a story, let me tell you what they don't give you too much of. Names of other people who could corroborate their story. They don't include the grandmother and the 3 boys and to go through the whole process before the kid disappears. She was over at the swing. I went away to do something. I came back and she's gone, is how people typically lie. Omission, leave it out. They don't parade the child in front of 3 kids that the TBI is going to talk to, and the grandmother that the TBI is going to talk to. Have the whole story about Candy and all that. It's not the kind of too much information you typically get. You get too much information about she stubbed her toe and they take you away and they chaff and redirect. I can't imagine that someone who has had a run-in with the law, who's trying to hide something, would say, hey, let's include the kids.
Right.
Let's include this. Let's include that. It just doesn't make sense. So while I see a lot of red flags in normal behavior, remember, if I've been in trouble with the police and I'm under high scrutiny, it doesn't matter if it was a long time ago, that's still there.
Yeah.
And I'm missing a kid. And I just had some domestic issues recently. All that's going to raise your fight or flight.
Yeah.
I watched his cadence throughout this whole thing. It was pretty damn consistent throughout the whole show. Now, I'll also say her red flag was probably the most disturbing. But as you said, Chase, it can turn off all kinds of emotions. Drugs can. And so let's leave it at that. I'm going to say we're mostly seeing truth. And I will say this, if they're lying to us, wow. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe.
Thank you. I do, and I did. So, now what? Well, not all benzos are. I don't know if Ativan's a benzo. I don't know if it is. You can tell me if it is, but my whole family's addicted to something, and I was able to stop them just like that. So, no blanket statements, right? Because they're not true, right? Oh, Laura, you gotta rewind. Oh, I didn't even know it was a benzo. Ha! So I've taken benzos, apparently. Who knew? All I knew is Ativan was make me not want to punch you in the face. So that was great. Yeah. You watch them all the time. They're really good. It's called The Behavior Panel. And they're really good. So, and I hadn't listened to the summary. All I had listened to was the first hour where they're talking about they don't see deception. So, they don't see deception. Where are all the people? Come in, please. Where are you at, though? I'd love to know where you are now. Come in. Hello? Come in. Oh, you're not here? Oh, I thought y'all were here. I was waiting, but you're not. So I wonder. Now, these are professionals. Hey, Crime Canary. I agree with you as well. Where are they at, though? Where? I tell you, drama channels are on silence today. They're very good. I trust them immensely. That's very interesting, Amanda. See? I didn't know them, you know. Oh, they don't want to hear the truth, maybe. Hey, Patty. So that's very, very interesting to me. That now we have an ex-cop, NYPD, an FBI agent who's a professional at polygraphs, 29 years of experience, 4 of the world's top behavioral analysis people who do, this is what they do. And they're saying there is not deception there. Now what you gonna say? Who did it now? Who it was? What had happened? We're waiting. We're in here. And we're waiting. Yeah. Yeah, crazy bastards. Damn it. So, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I felt in the beginning like possibly could Candace have done something, allegedly, my conspiracy theory. And then the more I was able to hear her in the videos, I was like, this lady, no offense meant, is not, you know, a rocket scientist, okay? Could she be making this up? Could she be being consistent while on some type of medication and not screw up her story? Now, think about it. You ever been drunk? Let me know, because I don't know. You been drunk before? A time or two? Did you ever do anything bad when you was drunk? Were you able to keep that story consistent? Do you know what I'm saying? You might get details wrong. You might get shit fucked up. And you might be very smart. You know, and I'm not saying Candace isn't very smart. Maybe she is. Maybe this is the medication because she doesn't know what the hell to do and her doctor gave her this medication. I don't know. It's very difficult. And they do say in this video that she's been asked now to tell this story over and over and over and over, and they're gonna know if there's any little deviation in her story. Hey, Donna. Yeah, they're really good. I keep going back and forth on the parents, listening to all these people, right? Because we, you know, in the beginning of all of these, it's weird, right? Because we only can speculate. It's all we can do is have speculation. Like, who are we? We're not entitled to law enforcement's notes, so we don't know. So just making it up, right? I'm a professional drunk. So we're making it up as we go along, and we're using our own worldview and the things that we've seen to make judgments on how they're speaking, right? There were people out here, honey, convinced. Look at what she's saying. Look at her face. Look how she's talking. Look what he said. Look what she did. Look how the brother's looking. He's looking down. The grandmother won't even come on camera. She's got a crooked ass past. She's a filthy animal. All this crazy stuff, right? These are professionals. And these professionals are like, if she's lying, then shit. You know, if they were allowed to cuss on their YouTube, but they're professionals, unlike myself. If she's lying, then what is life? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if she's a liar, what is my life? Just shut the YouTube channel down. Let's just move along to something else. Yeah, blank slate. Now they're saying she has a DV past. Yeah, I mean, she's been in trouble. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I don't know if we've all seen the record. Yeah, I've seen it. Maybe she whooped him back. Maybe he raised that hand and she was like, not today, bitch. Not today. So what? That doesn't mean, you know, that she definitely beats her kids. People are saying she has a CPS past. That's possible too. But we know people on here who are innocent, who people have called CPS on them, right? So what does that mean necessarily? Does it mean something? I don't know. She still has her kids. She still has her kids. I mean, what happened to the big rats? Remember the cat-sized rats? Where'd them bastards go anyway? I don't even know. I wonder if that reporter saw the cat-sized rats when she was interviewing them, because she's kind of cute. She looks pretty clean. I wonder if the cat-sized rats were running around outside. She must have been terrified. And the newest. You want to hear the newest? Good Lord in heaven help us all. This will be circulating soon. I guarantee you, you're going to see it out there. I guarantee it. Somebody posted in the Facebook groups that she does the Wells car insurance. She does the Wells family's car insurance. And Candace asked her for life insurance on Summer. Just Summer, though. Not the boys. Not her old-ass husband, but Summer. And the lady said, and then I asked her, is Summer sick? And she was like, no. Really? Is that what happened? Sounds legit. And now that she's gone missing, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Literally, the post said that. Yeah. So that's out there now. And when I tell you, it is being shared like wildfire. Like wildfire. People are literally in one group, okay? I'm not lying. In one group, it was posted. Keep your comments under that post, you frigging morons. No, they can't do that. They screenshot it and then post it in the same group again. Why am I seeing 8 of these posts in the same fucking group? Who runs this place? Do you guys know how to keep things consolidated and organized, or no? I'm gonna go with no, because why am I seeing this post over and over and over again? No name on it, of course. Just like Hunter's statement, allegedly, that the baby went underwater for a full minute. Really? Abducted by aliens, yeah, pugs. So I tried my damnedest to track down the source of that thing. And I put it in my video, Facts and Rumors. Somebody commented somewhere. A YouTube channel copied it and posted it in their video that ended up going viral. Yeah. And that's why people believed it. That he said that she went under the water for a full minute and he had to save her. It wasn't even true. It wasn't even true. So now we have life insurance policies out on the 5-year-old, but nobody else in the family. Stop it, please. Stop it right now. And people believe it. I wanted to straighten out something else. Somebody left me a comment yesterday. Oh, I really like this channel until today. Are you interviewing Dawn Wells' niece? No. Have you seen an interview with Dawn Wells' niece? I'm just asking. I'm asking for all of us. Have you seen one? No. No. She is in the Facebook groups. And I've explained this already, but I'll explain it again. She's in the Facebook groups. She is talking about some really bad things. Really bad. That he did. Now, if her claim was he was a chronic gambler and he cannot stay away from the horse races. He's absolutely addicted. He spends every bit of money. If, hear me, if that was her claim, if that's what she said, I wouldn't have reached out to her. I would have been like, okay, whatever. If her claim was he was a kleptomaniac, can't even walk in a store without stealing something, I wouldn't have reached out to her. No. Her claim is that he was extremely abusive to children. Not just physically, but the other way as well. Now, a 5-year-old's missing. You don't think that it's the responsible thing to do to ask this lady to verify this information? Somebody interviewed her and then put a voice changer on it and put it out on the internet. Nobody's a klepto. Nobody. There's a claim. We're going to start all over again, okay? One more time. Dawn Wells' alleged niece is in the Facebook groups claiming that he is a predator, that he is extremely abusive, both physically and sexually. That's what she claims. That's what she says is happening. I'm saying, if she had made any other claim about him in the world, anything, name something, if she claimed that he was whatever, I would have never reached out to her. I would have been like, I don't care. You're saying he's done horrible things to children. My question is, how do you know? How do you know that? Now, she's told me that people in the family know, and they just pretend that it never happened, right? But it was 4 different victims. Can I see that happening? Yes. Yeah. I know a lot of families hide that shit. They absolutely do. Do I have any proof whatsoever that she's his niece? No. I could go get a lady off the street and ask her to post something on Facebook for me and give her $50. Can you go post this, please? Okay. Anybody can be anybody. I don't know, Ron. Why didn't she turn him in? I don't know. What in the hell is wrong with folks? I'm old, but I gotta... Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know, right? But then I've talked to somebody else who said, listen, if he did those things, the grandmother, the mother, they'd have killed him. He'd be dead. You know that song, Goodbye Earl? Yeah. Dixie Chicks, look it up. They'd have killed him. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know. But for me, if there's proof that he did such a thing, it would have made my opinion of him different, right? Would it not have made your opinion different? If I was to come on here with verifiable facts to say to you, his history is this, would you not think of him differently? Right now, we know that he got drunk, came home, had an argument with Candace, pushed her because she had a dude in the house, and then punched himself in the face. I don't give a fuck about that story. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me in the least bit, and it doesn't make me think anything less or more about him. People get drunk. They do stupid shit. They act like assholes. It happens 5,000 times a day. Right? So, hey, Amy. My point is they don't know either. Yeah, no, they don't know, Mandy. They don't know, right? They don't know. The only thing that got my attention is that he did these things to children, right? And I was like, whoa, huge red flag. What is this? Let's see if we can find out. Do you blame him for punching himself in the face? No. He was probably like, I done fucked up now. She done called the police, and I'm in trouble now. Punch yourself in the face. You know, you're an ex-con. You don't want to go back to the jail, you know? So you're like, shit, why did I get drunk today? What's wrong with me? T-Bori. That never happened to you? No. Didn't it? No, Maggie. No, because the family hides everything, allegedly. Are you leaving this up? Yeah. You lady, you in here. I sent you the link. I'm not sure who Pugs is talking to. I was watching Grey Hughes 4-hour live, allegedly. Everyone's scrambling to find out to get her on their jury. Yeah. I mean, to me, you know, I'd be a horrible person on the jury because I'm not letting you get away with the bullshit. We're not going to do it. Show me where he said it. Show me where he did it. Show me right now. I said, Candace, okay. Show me. You can't. You can't show me. So, my gut said Candace is off and Dawn knew nothing. People are literally saying they sold this girl. And people believe it. They believe it. They sold her. He had a debt and gave her away. The brothers killed her and the mother covered it up. I mean, just so many things, right? However, the professionals are saying no deception detected. Really? So let's get this straight. 1,150 search people. FBI, trained professional FBI people. The TBI, the Sheriff's Department. Right? Cell phone data. Any CPS records that they have. Any criminal past history that they have. Every single neighbor, every person at church, anybody in their lives that they know of have been interviewed. Right? That's number one. So they've looked at all of that. They've heard their stories over and over. They're not going to share all of that with us. We don't really know what happened, but they've looked at all of that, right? They took lie detector tests, stated that they passed those lie detector tests. Then you have Duty Ron come on with his FBI friend, and they're watching it, and they also say they don't really feel like, you know, these people have, you know, there's a chance, maybe, possible, I don't know. And then you have these behavioral people saying no. No. The only one that come down and convinced me otherwise. Well, we're going to see, right? Oh, the psychics. I read every comment that I get. And some of them have been in my comments. And typically my snarky ass will say something back. But I've just been deleting it. Okay. Go 11 miles to the west of the fucking cherry tree that's over in the fucking... Shut up. Don't come here with that bullshit. Take it to the fucking FBI. Don't bring it to my channel, crazy. We definitely do crazy over here. But not that crazy. I'm talking about 11 miles. Motherfucker, do you live there? Get out! Get out. Get out. Don't come back no more. Get out of here. Peddling your merchandise over here. Your psychic abilities. If that was true, and you're credible, why haven't they listened to you and went to the X marks the spot map that you are leaving in my comments? Take your ass somewhere. Don't come back over here. Hi, Nana. Bring the aliens and stay. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that is not good. We have a lot of kinds of crazy over here, but that ain't one. Not that I believe them. I'm watching for the long game, right? Oh, there's a long game. You better believe it. Hey, Kevin. No. So, the scanner. Okay, so. I'm seeing 100 posts. 100. I'm on the scanner right now. They're saying this right now, right now, right now, right now. And then all of a sudden the scanner goes off. Dun, dun, dun. And they took a picture. Like, there was 1,000 people listening. It was true. They were all on there, right? So I'm like, why are there 1,000 people listening to the scanner? Before I could even get up there to go listen to the scanner, because yes, I did pay for the service. Do not judge me. It was offline. I'm like, oh, they took it offline for a reason. Let me put my detective hat on. So I go search into the Facebook groups. I should have just stabbed myself in the face and went to sleep, but I didn't. I kept searching. And there was one credible lady-ish. She wasn't even credible. Let me not lie to you. She wasn't credible. She wasn't. You want to know why she wasn't credible? She got the address that the scanner was talking about, that there was allegedly a red truck there. And I'm like, all right, maybe they did say Ben Hill Road. Maybe. Might have mentioned an abandoned truck too. Possibly. Okay. She Google Earthed it and sees a red truck. I'm like, well, now that's suspect. That could be true. Except the Google Earth images are from like 2013. So, you know, I made a little suggestion and was like, so you should probably do a property record search and see if the same person owns the house who owned it in 2013. She's like, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, you did all this. You was able to do all this. You can't follow through with your investigation here? I'm not going to do the work for you. But you could go do it yourself. No. I just think they found them. And how are they only 2 minutes? Here she go, losing her credibility. 2 minutes away and you're telling me they never saw them? Well, didn't you hear their interview when they said they don't know any of their neighbors? I don't know my fucking neighbors either because I don't want to. So maybe they don't know them. Possible. Who knows, man? Is it your business why they don't know their neighbors? Neighbors are annoying, Karen-ass people. So they don't want to know them. Anyway, the sheriff allegedly told somebody who put a post on the Facebook group that the sheriff was like, none of this is true. But today's Thursday, so they're supposed to be having a press conference, so I guess we're going to find out, right? I don't really know. I don't think any of it was true. I hate all the people on all the land of Facebook. So there's that. But I was hoping that it was kind of, maybe, I don't know. But no, it wasn't. The wells are not totally cleared, but they aren't totally, no, nobody knows. But we do now have input from the professionals, right? Oh, they are, Katie. They get on my last nerve, neighbors. Hey, David. Neighbors be in your business, honey. That's why you go live in the country and they can't even see your ass. That's better. There's no definitive guilt or not guilty. No, not yet. Not yet. I live 2 acres, quarter mile off the road because I don't want to know my neighbors either. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Terry. Yeah, you don't need, I don't need to know you. No. I do love my 2 elderly neighbors. They're adorable. And they remind me, you know, my mother and my stepfather. So I like them very much. They don't be all up in my business. The rest of them, on my street, we probably have, I don't know, 80 houses. I literally know the names of, oh, not just the names. I know the names of and where they live of 3 people other than these people. You know, Scott will always say to me, you know, Jimmy who drives the such and such. I'm like, no, I don't know. He's like, but the car is bright orange. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, but you sit out here all the time. You don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Why do I give a fuck? He knows the name of every neighbor and where they live. Like, how do you know? The lady down the road. She met a guy off Facebook. Quite a situation happened, you know. Some restraining orders or whatever. And he's like, it's so-and-so who lives right there with the fake boobs. I'm like, never seen her. He's like, you've never seen her? She goes to the pool. I'm like, never seen her. He's like, no, you can't miss her. Listen, bruh. I don't know that lady. My neighbors next door are shocked. They're like, you don't know her? She walks, she has a French bulldog. I'm like, I don't know that lady. we for the first time yesterday, she's been living here for 2 years. I saw the lady whose son is, he has some behavioral and disabilities and stuff. So she uses like one of those harness leashes. Every single person in the, listen, everybody knows them. You know, she keeps her kid on a leash. I'm like, first of all, that's rude to say that. And I've never seen a parent walking their kid on a leash in our neighborhood. I saw them yesterday. There they were, right in front of me. I was like, wow, I've never seen them. Every single other person knows them. See? Sometimes you don't want to know your fucking neighbors, okay? Dawn Wells was very clear. I don't know none of my neighbors. None of them. Same, Dawn. Same. We don't need to know them. They just aggravate in any damn way. I walk my neighborhood and I couldn't tell you one of my neighbors what they drive. That's insanity. So allegedly, the fake boob lady, the man who she had to get the restraining order on, drives a bright colored Porsche. What? So a Porsche drives by my house, because my house is like in the corner cove part, right? It drives by my house, a Porsche that's a bright color. You guys are lying. I feel like I live in the Twilight Zone. I'm like, it's impossible. I would have seen that. I'm definitely going to be the victim of something crazy happening, because I don't notice nothing. They were like, we can't believe you haven't seen it. He like flies up the street. I'm like, I don't know. Scott sees every detail everywhere. Go ahead. Move something that Scott owns. Oh, you're about to hear about it for a month. And I move everything. It's what I do. I move stuff around. That's why everything's lost all the time. You know. So, you know a few neighbors on your street. That's very good. You're nice. I know they're pets, but I don't know them. They built a whole... See? I would never have noticed a Taco Bell. Never, because I don't even eat that shit. So I wouldn't even known. I knew there was a new coffee shop here. Yes, I did. I read about that shit and wrote it down. I was like, it's going to open on this day, girl. You need to go over there. I'm an introvert, and I hate when people talk to me. Same! Why are you even having a conversation with me right now? Why? What is there even to talk about? What? Thanks, leave it to Bieber. If their cows, get out. Now, if you had cows and you were my neighbor, oh, I'd know everything about your life, honey, because I'd be stalking you so that I could come see your cows. That's about it. Wait, I take peanut butter pies to a couple of my cool neighbors. I work from home, so I see most things. Oh my God, peanut butter pies. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Introvert, yeah. I mean, the lockdown was like our dream, right? People, they were, you know, the government's like, you can't go nowhere. I was like, I know. Now, see, that's the bad part though. Because if you're an introverted rebel, you're like, oh, I'm going. How about that? I'm gonna go. I wouldn't know where to go because I don't like anybody. But you're not gonna tell me I can't go. Now you've told me, I gotta go there. So that part sucked. That part sucked. Oh, well, now I'm definitely going to the Walmart. Tell me where I'm going, damn it. But then, you know, I got over that quick. I was like, this is not fun. Let me go back home. Yeah, that's you, right? They had us locked down, and I'm like, I'm going outside. I'm finna do my horror, and I'm going. I'm not really going anywhere. No. I lived in my house since 85, and I know 3 neighbors. There was a lockdown. Yeah. It was great, right? Yeah, it was wonderful. People had to even like deliver your food and not ring the bell and just leave that shit on the porch. I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. You know, usually you write in the driver's notes, don't ring my bell. And the motherfuckers ring your bell every time. But not during lockdown. They weren't allowed to touch it. So they just send you a message. Your food's on the porch. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Go away now. Yes. I live in a small town, 600 people. Most of the people are drunk. I think that's why some introverts do YouTube. Because I can talk to you, but you can't talk to me back. You know, well, you can, but you're just typing. I don't hear you. It's spectacular. Yes, Amanda, the bell makes my little tiny dog lose her shit, which in turn sets off the rest of the dog. Oh my God, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. It makes you crazy. My exciting life. Oh, believe Angel, me too. Don't ever hug me. Once you really get to know me, you're going to be like, oh my God, she's a psychopath. But we don't hug. We don't do that. We don't do that. Moving to the south, Scott is quite a hugger. He wants to hug literally everybody. Like, yo, what is your problem with all the touching? And we're married, and I'm still like, can you, if you don't, I swear to God, I'm gonna stab you. Stop it. Just stop. Hugging's not fun. Unless it's your kids hugging you, then it's fun. But other than that, it's gross. Stop it. I think it forever, yeah. Just the kids, that's it. See, you think hugging's awesome? No. No, it is not. You're a liar from Liarville. It's awful. It's awful. No hugs. It's so gross. Hey, Melody. Yeah, just don't touch me. Well, hugging is touching. Is it not? What are you doing? Why are we doing this right now? It's weird. Stop. Okay? Love hug except PMS. Oh no, PMS. You might get extremely hurt. So let's just move along from that, okay? No. Maybe talk. Ooh. Yeah, that's another, I don't know. I wondered about the dogs, why the dogs didn't bark. I've wondered a lot of stuff, but these professionals are making me feel much better. I hate hugging. See, Virginia? Oh, cheek kisses? You want to leave your spit on my face, sis? Lord have mercy. That's never happening. It's not going to happen. You're not doing it. You might get punched in the face. Please don't do it. Air kissing, that whole fake Hollywood shit, that's fun. You can do that. But you have to be super dramatic about it, like on purpose. But no, don't. I'll die for sure. I will die. Tam's like, do not touch me. No, don't kiss nothing on me. Don't. Touching is cultural, yes, it is. Like my son and daughter, oh my God, they're touchers. Like, they want to hug you and squeeze you. So yes, of course. We do all of that, Jace will just come out of nowhere. Hey, I'm like, what, buddy? I want to give you a kiss. I'm like, okay. So, of course. But people, like, no. Why is that even a thing? I don't know. That's gross. We're not doing any of that. No. Oh my God, menopause. I heard that's horrible. I don't want to. It's going to make me 100 times worse. A massage therapist. Fuck my life. No. Now, I'll let a massager touch me. That's your job. And, that's alright. We can do that. It's a service. Yes. Hysterectomy, yeah. I'll say hello, but that's it. Where am I going? Nowhere. I had to go to the grocery store and I wanted to play the... Now, has everybody heard the behavior panel? Did you guys want me to play it again? I'm on fire. I don't want to be sweating. I already sweat like... Oh my God, you don't even want to know what I sweat like. It's disgusting. Oh, you want me to play it again? Okay, hold on. I gotta park again. Jesus, fuck. Okay, hold on, please.
Down. So I hear what everybody's saying there, but I think that might be a play around this piece, or certainly that's where I'm siding on this one. Chase, what do you got? I think
in this video of a child.
And where we can get her back.
Please bring her back home.
Here we go. This is their summary,
I miss
okay?
her so much. Her brothers are so devastated that they wake up every morning crying for their sister. And as a mother, it really hurts to see your other children crying.
Let's throw it around the room and really shortly, 30 seconds or less, tell what we think, how we think it compares to deception versus being truthful and sort of what you think about what's happening. Mark, you want to go first?
Yeah, I think they're being honest. I think the loss of emotion element. I think you're right there, Chase. There's some sedatives maybe involved. I think there are also maybe in that family or that culture, that specific culture, a different valuation on males and females, or that males must be valued more because they might be aggressive or violent, and especially their emotions need calming down. So I hear what everybody's saying there, but I think that might be at play around this piece, or certainly that's where I'm siding on this one. Chase, what do you got?
Agree with you. I think this is mostly truthful here, and I think
Who are
any
they,
deception that
The guys we're listening to are 4 of the world's leading behavioral analysts. They analyzed patterns of speech, facial expressions, body movements, the way your eyes look, that kind of stuff. So they're called the Behavior Panel. There's 4 of them, and they watch current event type deals, politicians, all of this kind of stuff, true crime stuff, and then they break it down. So this is their summary.
we see is self-management, not projecting innocence. It's not out of guilt from a crime. But I think in this culture, especially in this area of the United States, emotion is not part of the game. And in a lot of these cultures, especially working construction or working in these jobs like this, the more emotion you show, the less stable you're seen as, and it outcasts you from a group of males. And females tend to adopt those behaviors as well, especially in cultures like this. Scott?
Yeah, what I'm seeing here is I think you're right, Chase. I think the only thing we're seeing deception on is trying to hold back the information that they've been given about whatever that situation may be. I know we all discussed this a little bit earlier, so that's what I'm seeing there. Other than that, I think we're seeing them be honest, and we got those red flags there at the end. That still bothers me, but I think overall we're seeing truth here, them being truthful and being honest. I think we're seeing their normal behavior, especially in a situation like this. I think they're acting normally. Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, so I'm going to take you down the path of an interrogator. I've interrogated a lot of people. When people give you too much information about a story, let me tell you what they don't give you too much of. Names of other people who could corroborate their story. They don't include the grandmother and the 3 boys and go through the whole process before the kid disappears. She was over at the swing. I went away to do something. I came back and she's gone, is how people typically lie. Omission, leave it out. They don't parade the child in front of 3 kids that the TBI is going to talk to, and the grandmother that the TBI is going to talk to, have the whole story about candy and all that. It's not the kind of too much information you typically get. You get too much information about she stubbed her toe and they take you away and they chaff and redirect. I can't imagine that someone who has had a run-in with the law, who's trying to hide something, would say, hey, let's include the kids. Let's include this. Let's include that. It just doesn't make sense. So while I see a lot of red flags in normal behavior, remember, if I've been in trouble with the police and I'm under high scrutiny, it doesn't matter if it was a long time ago, that's still there. And I'm missing a kid. And I just had some domestic issues recently. All that's going to raise your fight or flight. I watched his cadence throughout this whole thing. It was pretty damn consistent throughout the whole show. Now, I'll also say her red flag was probably the most disturbing. But as you said, Chase, it can turn off all kinds of emotions. Drugs can. And so let's leave it at that. I'm going to say we're mostly seeing truth. And I will say this, if they're lying to us, wow. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe. All you got to do is hit that little red thing down there where Mark is. Point.
So, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? The professionals have spoken. Yep. They think she might be on like an anxiety or depression medication, which will kind of, hey Michelle, which will kind of like numb her emotions. But this is a whole hour and 20 minutes long, right? So it's an hour and 20 minutes. They watch clip by clip by clip, and then the four of them go around to have a discussion about it, and they don't feel like they're lying. They feel like what they're saying is the truth. So, hey, Ash. Listen, I know you want to be right. Like I said, only one can tell me otherwise. In my opinion, are lying about what or why. It's not about me being right. I don't want to be right. The professionals are agreeing with me. Sorry that you want to believe they're lying. We have a cop. We have an FBI agent. We have these four, all professionals. They agree with me. They don't agree with you. That's not my fault, sis. That's not my fault. You know my middle name, Petty Betty. That's not my fault. Hey, I admitted at the beginning of this video that if they disagreed with me, I would have been kind of like side-eyeing, like, damn, should I even play this? My whole theory just flew out the damn window. You know, I would have been less enthusiastic about playing it. Pero they agreed with me. Therefore, I couldn't wait to get on this bitch. I was like, oh, look at this. No deception detected. The lie detector says that was not a lie. That's what it said. Allegedly. I love being right. It's about my favorite thing to do. I love it. It's like awesome. That's why me and Scott fight so much, because I'm always right and he's wrong. And he's like, you weren't even right. I'm just letting you be right so that you'll shut up. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Sure, that's why. I think it's because I was right. He's like, no, it really isn't. Petty Betty, honey. Petty Betty. There's likely other experts that disagree. Where they at, though? Where are they at, though? Show me them. I really did Google. You know, I'm being an asshole right now, but I want to know where they're at. Honestly. Like, can we get some analysis? This is what's the plural of analysis? Analysis is. No, that's not a word. Analyze? What's the word? I don't know. Whatever it is. More than one analysis? Can we get one? Because now I've given you dose. Actually, SACE. SACE people. Yeah, you have to listen to the whole thing. The FBI has probably interviewed them to death at this point, and they gave them a polygraph. You know, whatever. I mean, if they thought that they were suspects, maybe they are treating them as suspects. Maybe this is all a ruse. This could all be pretend, right? It could be. It could be. They're like backing off and, you know, chilling out a little bit. Could be a lie to get them to fuck up. That's possible, right? Analysis is, I don't know. Analysi. Now we're just making up words. Stop it. I don't know. It could be. Maybe they're their prime suspects. And they're just backing off to let them screw up. In that case, the two videos we've watched now are way off in their perception of everything. I don't know. I don't know. I could never be interrogated either. I'm gonna fuck that whole thing up. Analysis is a singular noun. Thank you so much. Plural form of analysis is. I don't even like that word. I see no inconsistencies. Zero. Tell me what the inconsistencies are. There are none. Where they at, no? What, Tibori? What? Liar! No. What are the inconsistencies? Tell me all about them, honey. My ears is open for you. She said, oh my God. Oh, your God what? You a liar. I need to take the rose-colored glasses off. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if there are so many inconsistencies in this case. Meaning, they told one story and then they switched it up. Put a 2 in the chat if the story's been the same the entire time. I'm going way right there. 1 for the stories changed all over the place. Let me know what you're thinking. We'll talk about it, Sandra. Look, I don't want to get yelled at. All right, so come on. And you know an inconsistency has to be from the same person, right? It can't be inconsistent if I'm telling a story and T's telling a story. My version to her version's not an inconsistency. It's me telling a story, then me telling a story and having 2 different stories. Right? Right. All right. So now, those who said 1, what were the inconsistencies? However, if Don is repeating what Candace told him, no, it doesn't. That's not accurate. That's proven. I could tell you something today, T, that Scott told me, and then you go tell it to Beth, and you're going to leave something out, or you're going to add something in. Not meaning to, but you're not going to say the exact words that I told you, and I didn't tell you the exact words that Scott told me, so by the time it gets to Beth, it's changed a little bit. Am I right or wrong? You know I'm right, but, I mean, allegedly. It's not your fault that they can't relay messages. Shut up. Exactly, Nikki. What were the inconsistencies? What were they? For everybody who typed 1, now is your time. What were they? How about what she said to the Unmasked channel and then in her interview? I'm asking you, what were they? Exactly, KDB. When Candace spoke on camera, I felt different stories got put together and then it made sense. Okay. And go. You tell me, was all that info the same? No. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Do I think her story was consistent? Yes. Might there have been a minor inconsistency here and there? Yes. Your statement was all these inconsistencies. What are all these inconsistencies? What are they? Exactly, Katie, you can't. Minor inconsistency. No, you said all these inconsistencies or so many. Look, do we have to read your words again? T-Bori be messing with me, girl. What T-Bori has to say it, girl? Let me find it. I don't know what their role is. However, there are major inconsistencies. That's what you said. Well, I didn't know what you said. Did we say major or minor? I said very few minor, if anything. Yeah. Candace is medicated, therefore it doesn't count. So what would I say her inconsistencies were? Since I'm not the one who brought this up, you did, but you don't want to name them allegedly. I will. Shit. Honestly, I don't even know, girl. Bear, if you don't mind your business. Who don't mind the business? What are you doing? Somebody. She's talking to somebody in there. I'm gonna do a Scott and concede. Laura. Laura who? Who's Laura? Oh, Laura? She said bye, T-Bori. Nah, I didn't know who you were talking to. Who's the truck did she get in? Whose truck did she get in? I think she has like an SUV, right? Which people call a truck. 3 different stories when talking about Summer getting her head shaved. Well, her story, like her statement about it, and the video statement, we should look at that today. Right? I think that'd be a good idea to do. They haven't released the 911 call yet. Hey, Jules. Neighbor started a lice story. There was never a lice story. Nope, the candy was always there. The grandmother had put that in there in the beginning. Nobody ever said she went on a walk or a run. Do we believe that she watched her walk into the house? Yes, I do. And the only reason I believe that is because I think there's some animosity towards the boys at this point. I think that they've told them in the past to watch her, and they haven't. And she's gone back outside. Can a shaved head be linked to her disappearance? I don't feel like it can, because her shaved head happened back in March. And she washed her hands in Grandma's trailer because they were planting at Grandma's trailer. So they went inside. That's where the candy was. Grandma gave her the candy from her trailer. Did she say that? Yes. We were planting flowers. We went inside. Grandma gave her candy. Then she wanted to go home. No, that's a logical deduction. How could it not be? How can that not be a logical deduction? If Grandma lives in the trailer, if the flowers were at the trailer, if the candy's in the trailer and that's where they were, and then they went to wash their hands, where would they have washed their hands? Maybe with a garden hose. I would say it's a logical deduction. You wouldn't? Yes, Shadok. Yep. Maybe a garden hose. Maybe. We don't know for sure though, right? Oh, God. Would I have paid attention to Mom put her daughter in social media many times in a suggestive light? You think so, Kai? You just don't believe anything she said, period. Well, the professionals disagree with you. The little succulents, I guess, are in that weed garden. And allegedly, the grandmother plants that every year for her missing daughter. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is. Same, Soper. Same. Do you think the boys sold her? No. What? Where are they at, though? Well, they're the 2 buckets that we saw. You know, I had to consider that. I'm like, are these the neatest people we've ever seen? No. Would they have pulled the weeds? Allegedly. I don't really know. Were they planting succulents because they're easy to take care of versus flowers, which are fucking hard? Maybe that's why. I don't know. Oh, what stories? Social media did. Social media come up with all these stories. And that's all we had at first until she spoke. I wish I could get past the candy. 2 minutes milk. The milk, we solved that. That was easy. I'm not about plants versus flowers. Who said? They are. Everybody's saying flowers. Everybody said flowers. Everybody. All the people. Do you think they were going to come on camera and say succulents? I didn't even know what these little cactus plants I have were called until I read it on one of the instruction things. I didn't know. I'm actually educated. I had no idea that they were called succulents. I don't even like that word. It's kind of gross. I call them all my flowers and my plants. All of them. My plants, my flowers. And I have millions of them. Succulents are, I love them so much, but I also call them my flowers. I don't call them succulents. Yeah, no. Sell them. What do you call your succulents? Do you call them succulents? Do you actually call them succulents? I don't call them that. I just call them plants, flowers. You do? That's funny. No, I don't use that word. Oh. They're my green. They're on the porch. It's all my plants. All my plants on the porch. Thank you, Watcher. You call them by their names. Hens and chicks. Yeah, it's... I don't know what it is. It's the plants. Those are not flowers. My succulents have flowers in them. Want me to prove it? They have flowers in them, which shocked the shit out of me the other day. I was like, hey, look at my little succulent dealies have these little fucking thingamajiggies in it. What's going on here? I'm gonna show you right now because I know you don't believe me, honey. Can the garage open or nah? Hold on. Please hold. You're gonna see right now. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Now watch T-Boy be like, bitch, those are weeds. Oh, I didn't know. Shut up, dummy. I'm not really good at keeping all these guys alive, but I've done pretty well this year. Look at that. What are these, mother sucker? Those are flowers, kid. Those are flowers. Fool. What that is? That's a succulent thing. What's this? What's this? What are these? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. What are these? What's that? What's that? This started as a succulent. What is it now? She said that's grass. Also flowers. Look at that. Now what? Oh, see, people got names for them. Stone crop. What the shit? I don't know what these things are. They're just, I don't know, they're pretty. That's it, that's all. That's what I know. I buy them because they look cute. Hold on, I gotta put you guys down here for just a moment. I got my bags together. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Oh my lord. No, don't call me. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Sorry. Did that buzz in your ears? They can track me. These people who I live with, they can track me instead of calling my phone, but they don't. I have groceries. Groceries are out there. Shut up. Shut up. Shh. Shush your mouth up. Janice says she's out of here. All right, Janice, it's been real, honey. I don't know if she's mad or sad or glad or I don't know what's happening there, but she's out of here. You got him, Dubolini? Thank you. Thank you. Come on, Sebby. Come on, bud. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, Seb. Whew. No, Aries, stop. Stop. Get out of there. Now. Stop. What? Nothing. Did you want something to eat? I stole this charger. I do what I want to do. Okay. Oh, it's 84%, so why is it so dark? What the hell's going on there? Let me see. There we go. I don't know why it went so dark. Susan, you're so late. I have French bulldogs. Lots of French bulldogs. What are you watching? Oh, all kinds of fuckery. I'd run if I was you while you still have time. Yeah. Huh? Has it been delivered? Today? There was one yesterday. Do you want one of these?
We gotta talk.
What, honey?
We gotta talk and stuff. Like, I didn't want to put it on pause.
Yeah, no, don't. What?
So, no, I'm still gonna say it a lot. Work.
Who's work?
One.
Your work?
You're working from.
Oh, going to a job. Yeah.
I found something else we could do for my birthday. Me and Casey, Dad, if he wants to go, and probably Jolene.
Just don't say where about. What is that?
You can go.
Oh, down the beach.
Charlotte.
Not
Not really. I look like we come 2.5 there. Which is not really that far. With that.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I know they have kid rides and
that what?
kid rides. I think there's like a splash thing here. People usually go there for like field trips, but I never like been.
Maybe we can discuss it, I guess.
Hi to Lori. Mom, these are absolutely disgusting.
Oh,
Why did you get these?
Sometimes Jason would grab one.
That's true.
He likes them.
How was your day? Or
It's
how was
like
your trip?
little-
It was good. It was really good. Why you got a potato over here, Mommy?
It's for the dogs.
I'm gonna talk to Dad about work because he knows the place that if I were to go there, he knows it's good. And plus,
What?
the reason why I'm asking is because, so they're now hiring the place, I'm not gonna say it, but Jolene also works there and they're looking for new staff and she quit somewhere, so she's
Not far away.
Yeah,
So you need a ride with him too, right?
Jolene works there.
I don't know about that.
But she's checking the places before.
What was that?
I am very tall, 5'10". I look a mess right now. I just woke up. Thank you. I look gross. Alex,
Her trip was good.
have a nice day. Ah, not really.
What do you think happened this summer? Mandy, I wish I knew.
Choo, 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 choo.
I wish I knew. Hold on. She did. She had fun. That was her birthday present, but she's thinking of new birthday presents too. Oh, and a car. And a car. Yeah, I'd asked her if she wants to do something, like with her friends or something. Get out of there now. Get out. Don't. One moment, please. Please hold. FedEx picked up the box, I guess. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Okay. He said nope. Nope what, fool? They don't want to see you be great, watcher. Why? Hey, Sean. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Nope. But okay, so hey, Miss Betty. Let's prove my point. Let's prove my point. You want me to prove my point? Or is it going to be point counterpoint? Like, what are we doing here? What makes me think Mom is innocent? Thanks, Kai. So of the two, initially with nothing to go on, with 0 to go on at the beginning, I felt like she was way more guilty than he was, and she was the last one with her. With no timeline, it made more sense that she would be guilty, right? Now we have more information. We've seen her speak, and do I detect a couple of strange things in the way that she talks and what she says? Yeah, like some of the stuff she says is weird. It's kind of odd, right? Like, she wouldn't have left this yard. She wouldn't have walked off this yard and her swing. I don't really know what that means exactly. The speculation about her and Hunter made me feel odd. But the stuff that she said to Unmasked made me feel better. And the brutalest part of this truth is I don't think she's any type of genius mastermind who could get away with this under the FBI and TBI and sheriff's nose. I just don't see it happening. I think Chris Watts was a hell of a lot smarter, and they got him real quick. I mean, there have been some really brilliant people who've done crazy things and been caught. Is that to say that people with lesser intelligence are incapable of being slick enough to pull it off? No, but it feels unlikely. So then what? Has she been abducted? I mean, the chances of her wandering off far away enough that nobody found her doesn't make a lot of sense to me because it was so quickly. And let's say she wandered into the woods on her own. The response was so fast that I feel like they would have heard people yelling for her, right? So where does that leave us? Abduction. Right? Oh, Chris Watts, I know. Mandy's not typing in caps. Is there another Mandy that I don't see in here? Because Mandy C, I think it is not writing in caps. I think there's a Mandy I'm not seeing. Maybe. Oh, not C, okay. Taken. What research on picture? Oh, are you talking about the milk picture? Live chat. Crap, I might not have it on. Do I? Yes, I do. But my son would, but he knows our woods. Right, but does a 5-year-old? But I feel like they would have found her if she was in the woods. You can easily get lost in the woods, don't get me wrong. But with all those people searching, wouldn't she have heard them and yelled back? I don't. Oh, Mandy P. They have, and truthfully, Tennessee equestrian. Yeah. Yeah, and they had, the Tim Miller's group there, the Midwest Search and Rescue, and nothing. Nothing. The EquiSearch was there. Dogs only picked her up to the end of the driveway. Is there a specific question on the picture? Because I'm not understanding. Maybe you guys were talking about it earlier. She could be in those woods, but I feel like could she made it to the road and maybe somebody lured her? Maybe she did make it down to the road. Maybe she was running around, and I don't think that, I feel like that's one of the inconsistencies. So let's say Scott was more dominant and I was less so, and I lose his child. How might it come out of my mouth? I might say something like, Scott, I only left her for 2 minutes. Like, my eyes were on her. I left her for 2 minutes, Scott. And then it turns into 2 minutes now. Now you're at 2 minutes, and you don't necessarily change it.
Down at the bottom down there.
This? You want it? Oh, it's warm.
I don't want coat. Man, somebody picked her up and took her.
You think so? Scott feels like somebody picked her up and took her. You think so? How did they get up the road? Was she at the bottom of the road? Did she go out when her mother wasn't looking? You think so? He's saying yes. He's drinking a lemonade right now. Weirdo from the church. Somebody she thought she could trust. wild animals, if she went out there, I mean, they would have had to gotten her quick, right? They don't just disappear. True. I don't want to believe so. I don't either. That really bothers me, Tate. Like, beyond. That bothers me more than any other thought. And you know the stuff we used to look into, right? So that bothers me more than I can express. So I'm trying to avoid the full thought of that. But I'm playing and she walked out of the basement. Someone grabbed her. You can't see the door from the trailer, right? Hunter has nothing to do with it. Zero, Patty. Nothing. Nothing. Same with the West Boys. I don't want to think someone has these kids. And the reason I'm saying that so strongly to you is because Hunter was dropped off at home. The people who live with him have verified that. He was at home. If they thought he wasn't, the detective is not going to tell a group who was trying to get him back to New York that he was cleared to go. He's not a suspect. Or, you know, a person of interest or whatever. Unless he's magic, you know. Can I say I hate peeling potatoes? Yes, you can, Val. If Candace and Grandma were inside the trailer, then there are moments when it's possible someone could have left the house. Right. So, if I lost the baby, right? If I lost the baby, and I say to Scott, you know, it was like 2 minutes. You know he's looking at me crazy right now. Like, bitch, you lost our kid? It was 2 minutes. I swear to God, it was 2 minutes. I held my mother with her knee brace. It was like I watched her go in the house. I told the boys, keep your eye on her. And I came right back. And then she was gone. Now it's 2 minutes. What do you do with that? Then you're like, well, it was probably like 20 minutes. You told me 2 minutes, Candace. It could have been longer than that. Now it's her fault. Now he's looking at her. They have domestic violence issues. What do you do in that situation? You're making it as short a time as you can. Like, it literally was 2 minutes. So do I think she may have, one, gotten the time wrong? Two, as time passes, your perception of time is jacked up. Or three, flat out lied because she feels guilty. Yeah. Maybe it was longer. And I really think, based on what she said and what the dad has said, they've asked the boys to keep their eyes on her in the past, and Summer wants to be outside. She doesn't want to be in that house. She's an outside kid, and maybe they've had issues in the past where they've like, didn't we just tell you to watch her and now she's back outside? You're not keeping track of time. Boys are boys and they don't want to babysit. No, they don't. No, they don't. Especially if they're watching YouTube or whatever it is that they're watching. The last thing they're thinking about is Summer. Nobody in the world thinks you're going to turn away and your kid's going to be gone. Let me tell you about a podcast I listened to yesterday. Oh my God. A mother, her 17-year-old daughter, and her son go to the mall. Very busy mall. They go to the mall. It's in Florida. They walk around, they do some shopping. They run into the mother's friends. The mother stops and starts talking to her friends, and the daughter's like, Mom, I'm just gonna go to the car. Like, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm just gonna go to the car. Her mother's like, okay. 15 minutes later, the son and the mother go to the car. The packages they handed the daughter and the pretzels the daughter was eating are on the trunk of the car. She's nowhere in sight. Vanished. She's nowhere. They call the police. Police is like, she probably ran away. She'll be back soon. She's like, no, she didn't run away. She didn't run away. She was taken. She was just here. It's been less than 15 minutes. Where's my kid? Well, we'll put in the report. They never looked for her. Nothing. Okay? A month later, another girl disappears from that same mall within feet of that where that car was parked. That's when they started looking. They've never found a trace. Thank you, Mel. Thank you so much. And there you go. Scott, okay, we're not talking about TV shows. She's from another country, honey. So you have to do the calculation there. People asking why put your child on the milk. Because she fell asleep that way. That's how she fell asleep. She just leaned over and fell asleep on the milk. Yeah, turn off your TV. Scott's always telling me about shows. You gotta watch this. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I'm probably not gonna watch it. I don't know. Same thing happened to Jamie Bulger. Yes, it happened. It's so much. People are like, no, it's impossible. No, it isn't. It happens all the time. And we don't want to think that that could happen because it's a scary thought, right? It's scary. That's terrifying to think that that could happen. But it happens all the time. I mean, yes, she could have been, but animals are going to leave hair. You know, there's going to be clothing, hair. They don't eat you and all your bones and everything else. Oh my God, Scott. What, T? Didn't you say it wasn't? It was 78 degrees for a high that day. So almost 80 degrees, which is warm. Right? It's warm. It's not, you know, here it's almost 90 right now. It's hot. So, Jason's my favorite. There would be some trace and the dogs would be able to smell it. And they had 4 dog teams in there. You heard an expert say it was hot. Where was the expert from? I feel like it was not hot. People make mistakes, y'all mistaken. Let me see. What was the temperature June 15th, 2021 in Rogersville, Tennessee? Maybe I got it wrong. I know it was 78, but allegedly we're going to go look. Everybody was kung fu fighting. It was fast like lightning. 81 degrees high. 53 degrees that night. That's according to the Weather Channel. Right? $81 degrees high. Well, if you live in Minnesota, it's really hot. You know, if you live in Maine, it's hot. If you live in Texas, you're like, oh, it's kind of chilly that day. Depending on where you were. If the car had been sitting on asphalt and she was just getting out of swimming and you get back in the car and you turn your AC on, she's freezing. So she throws her, you know, she strips her out of her bathing suit, puts the gray pants on her, and puts her jacket on. Right. Like, I can tolerate this heat. Scott won't sit out here in this heat. He will not do it. Sometimes I go in the house and I feel like it's absolutely freezing. And he's just like, it's not. Dogs missed a burnt kid under a porch for 8 days. Oh my. My daughter is hot all the time. My sons are cold. Yeah, Jace never complains either way, hot or cold. He doesn't care. Alex is more sensitive to temperature. I hate being cold. I would rather be warm. Scott would rather be cold. So, Lady is a Tramp, I just looked it up. They said the total high was 81 degrees. The other website says the high was 78 degrees. So it was, but it wasn't like 90. Why? What was the point of that question? T asked me that. Scott and the rest of the house, liar. Someone in here said that one of their neighbors tried to snatch a boy the other day. Wasn't that in another town? It wasn't a neighbor, but he was right near there, yeah. It was close. I mean, it's not that far away. But that guy was arrested. The guy who was with him said he didn't even know that what the hell he was up to. Do I have a bug in my head? So, but he was arrested, that's true. Kingsport, yeah, 20 minutes. Twaddle boy in the Chattahoochee River. No, I didn't. No. There had been a story of a little boy taken by a bear and kept him safe, I know. Yeah, that dude. A dog tracked the car with a girl who was abducted 50 miles into the mountains. Whew. No bugs. I can't take the heat. Oh my god, 120. I might die. Oh, I'm sure experts get it wrong a lot, right? So the experts who did the body language and the FBI guy right? No, because they don't have the whole case file either, right? They don't have the whole case file. None of us do. They're making guesses. They're not saying that they are, you know, we're 100% right. No. Hey, Killer Crimes. Welcome, Lippy. An insurance person could be fired. Oh, you must be way behind, Patrice. Yeah, we don't have all the information, so they're just guessing. They don't know. Thank you, Autumn. Sometimes social media gets it wrong, too. I think we get it wrong a lot. I think we get it wrong more often than not. We're wrong. So, it's a whole different kind of heat here in the South. Oh, it's humid here. Lord God. I found Jose. He's not the same one. He works in the local Mexican restaurant. I need the information on that, Killer Crimes. How did you find him, you little brilliant milk detective? Oh yeah, Mandy P. We get it wrong constantly. We're so out of control with this. But I feel like, you know, they've been pretty consistent in what they think about this so far. And that feels to me like, okay, yes, I understand that most of the time I'm unicorns and butterflies. I understand that. I want to see the good and the optimism and all of that stupid shit. Welcome, Audra. But they agree with me. And they've seen a lot of bad, right? They've seen a lot of bad shit. And they still agree with me. That's what I'm talking about. You should believe my theories, because they're correct. Yeah. They are. I know you're mad, T. I get it. It's fine. Sorry. You're like, this rainbow and unicorn woman. It's all true. Alright, I have my email open, Killer Crimes. You know I'm waiting. Welcome, Watcher. Thank you, thank you. You don't either. You don't either what? You don't believe my theories? My theory is the parents didn't do it. So what's your theory, Scott? Since you watch Clarice, you're probably an expert by now. Huh? Tell me your theory. Criminal minded, you've been blinded, looking for a girl like me, you can't find it. We're gonna go with the stats. What are the stats? That the parents did it? Allegedly. Thank you, Watcher. You want the allegedly mug, you gotta join the membership. I listened to you and I said she was abducted. Alright, then how do you not agree with me? if I think she was abducted, and you think she was abducted, and you've been listening to me for coverage on the case, I'm waiting. Damn fool. I think too much. What are you talking about? What? 40, Nikki. See how he's a liar? He just does things to make me crazy. Lying bastard. Scott's hilarious. Yeah, he's a gem, that one. A peach. 40 offenders in the area. 40. Yeah. You put everyone through the treatment? Everyone, Patty. Everyone, including the husband. All the people, honey. What do you think? I just do this for YouTube? This is my regular, normal self. Allegedly, she needs merch. Who needs merch? Communication box that checks Scott. Rainbow and I really do need a rainbow unicorn merch with the word allegedly under it. Christina. Less thinking, more hugging. Yeah, we're gonna go with no on that, Jules. Unicorn. Oh, I wish I could find a unicorn with rose-colored glasses, and then I can write allegedly under it. I think I'm gonna design that for my merch store today. I think I'm going to. Today, actually. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cute too. Maybe a unicorn, but the color of the unicorn is rainbows, and that bitch got the rose-colored glasses on. Girl, what a great idea! It's gonna be so cute. Would dogs track the scent if she was carried? I don't know. Welcome, Serene. Allegedly today. Yeah, well, you know. I say things, but I'm in the middle of designing stuff for customers right now. So, when I get around to my own stuff. Okay, and T-Bori gets a cut of the proceeds. Can you have the member link? Yeah, if we were good at this, you could. But, you know, we're not. You ever see all the professional YouTubers? They're dropping the PayPal, the Cash App, the links, the this, the that, the join, the do, the dee, da da da. I'm over here like, I don't really know where the link is. But if I did, I'd give it to you. You know. I made somebody a mod, and she messaged me yesterday, so what do I need to do? You know, nothing. She's like, but I don't know the links. I'm like, me either. Don't worry about it. I don't know the links, so why should you have it? I don't know them. You know, Miss Positive does drop links. I don't know them. They're on the page in the front. You know, I don't know. My daughter's an artist. I'm asking her to draw me a unicorn. Please do, Hope. Please do. I need to become a YouTuber so you can post your wish list. On YouTube, I found it's like having a civil conversation with some humor. Thanks, Diane. Diane, hey girl. Where you been anyway? Anyway, it's going to be so cute. I can't. I'm mod on other sites. We've never used my mod powers. I have to go to mod school. We can name the unicorn Faith. That would be so cute. Or Grace. I do have faith in everybody. Shouldn't you have faith in everybody? Everybody can do better. Thank you, Serene. I know, look at the mods like, we don't know where it is. They don't even know where it is. Oh my god. And I don't think you can get it on the iPhone, so I don't even know how to get, I don't even know how to give it to you. You know what I mean? I don't know how to do it. It is what it is around here. Are you on an iPhone? Or are you on an Android? If you're on an Android, then allegedly it should be right here, but it's not. So on an iPhone, you can't see it. But on an Android, It's like up there somewhere. So you got to hit home. Oh, it's in the description. I put it there because we don't know the link. Please hold. Yeah, it's in the description. Sure. Hold on, please.
Hello?
Yeah, please wait. Oh, not description. What's it in the channel description? I don't even know. Oh, this is a mess. I don't know what's happening here. It's not, I don't know. About. Oh, no, that's not it. Membership link. Can I copy this? Can somebody go to my About, one of the mods, and copy the membership link? Please? No, if you do that, it'll work. Under About. It's right there. You go copy it like that, but I can't. Because this is an iPhone, and they're dumb. I don't know. Oh, of course you can't. You're just my husband. I wouldn't expect you to do jack shit. You see him? He's like, nah, I'm not going over there. I'll stay right here, thanks. It doesn't let you. No, that's my channel, T-Bori. Welcome, Kelton Serene. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think that's it either, T-Bori. This is a mess. I tried to click it. No, no, no. Only on the iPad and Safari. Oh my god. This is a test of the emergency broadcast systems. This is only a test. You guys are failing fucking miserably, but it is what it is. You've got it, Nikki? See? Nikki has it. Nikki knows what the hell she's doing. He, she, I don't know. Nikki figured it out. You lazy bastards. Except Mr. Positive. He's the only one who's not. T-Bori's like, I don't know, just join the channel. We're already here. Don't sack my mods. So funny, I can't. Someone with an Android. I don't know what's happening. Uh-oh, Queen Ashley, you weren't even here, sis. I wasn't even, don't worry, not you. I'm fired, it's not like me. Oh, I don't know. I have people all the time, what's the iPhone link to the membership? I'm like, listen, you're way too technical right now. What is this you're talking about? How do you even get, I don't know. Why do you ask me such things? Ask me questions. Ask me hard stuff, not this easy stuff. Welcome, Hope. Hope figured it out. See? On with the rest of you. Linda, it's a mess around here. It's a whole mess. And in your description, it doesn't let you enter it like, it doesn't look like a link. I don't know why Android and iPhones have such a big damn difference. T-Bori gave up. She's like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Oh my god, there's a fly. Yeah, it's awesome, Watcher. I love that. Yeah, it's not highlighted. It's weird. Oh yeah, you can cancel one. Absolutely, yeah. You figured it out, but you're not going to join? People ask me, why do you treat Scott bad? You wonder? Do you wonder? Do you wonder? Yeah. Don't wonder. I go to peel potatoes and you forgot my milk. Search and air conditioning skills stomps away. No. Your milk skills are spectacular. Welcome, Nikki. Thank you. Look at Mr. Positive with the links. See? Oh yeah, Scott is awesome. He's great. On the page where you subscribe. Yeah, on the Android there is, Mandy, just not on the iPhone. I think we need a song, don't you? What song should we sing? I think we need one. After all of this, this has been way far too much drama and sweating. What should we do? Huh? Nothing that Scott suggests. Nothing. And no rap either. No, he didn't get the friggin' link. What do you think? Everything is awesome. No, we're not doing everything is awesome either. It's not shown on the Android either. Lucy, that's so weird. I don't know. A song about the summer? I mean, I could play Garth Brooks' That Summer, which is a wonderful song. But I can't because Garth Brooks will take your channel down. He doesn't love me. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. I love that song. That's a really good song. Sing along Frozen in Summer? I don't even know that song. Frozen wasn't one of my favorite things. What about the alter ego of Garth? Heather's already dancing. No, I played Ain't No Sunshine the other day, and oh yeah, does he strike Garth? Oh, absolutely. I played the Bill Withers Ain't No Sunshine the other day, and yeah, I got in trouble for that one. I was like, why am I in trouble? Sheesh. That was fucked up. I was very upset about that. I didn't, well, I got, you know, copyrights. You can't monetize when that happens, but thank you, Chatty Carrie. Did you miss the puppies? You missed a glimpse of the puppies. Welcome, Jen. Yeah, you can't play Ain't No Sunshine when she's gone. And I really love that song. But they said no. I got in a lot of trouble. Like, didn't we tell you before not to play this? I'm like, but it's on my playlist. I need to remove it off my playlist, actually. Welcome! Is it Dodie or Dottie? I don't want to say it wrong. I lied about listening because I couldn't hear a thing. Yeah, because you were doing your lawn. I Feel the Love? I don't know that song. What is that? Oh, shh. Gonna be in big trouble for that. Bill Withers? Yeah, whoever it is, they, like, it was a big red X. Like, no, you're not.
We got puppies for all the new members.
We've got puppies. Here's Gemma and Loli. Hi, Mama. Here's puppies.
These my girls.
That's a Gemma. This is my little Jemmy. Jemmy boy. That's a snorting to death. The snorting is fun. Oh, I love Imagine. That's a really good song. I really love that song, but I'll probably get in trouble for that too. That's all right. We can do that. They're hot. Come here, Lolis. I really love that song. Uh-oh. Why not? Why? I'm probably going to be in trouble for that, for sure. Good Lord. All right, we can try this one. This is a Christian song. Are there any Christians here? No, definitely no Michael Jackson. No. No Michael Jackson. You believe the Ma? More so. I believe her more so, yes. Oh, they'll get you for the Beatles? That's not good. Bastards. I hate that. It's not right. So messed up, bro. Alright, Jules, honey. Alright, we'll try this one. We might get in trouble. I don't know how much trouble we'll get in, but we're gonna try it. Just got paid by Johnny Cow. And it's Friday night, that one?
I can only imagine
It's kinda...
what it will be like
That's...
when I walk
It'll get me hyped.
by your side.
Well, this one's sad, though, so maybe not. We don't want to be sad. We don't want to do Just Got Paid, though. No. No. Yeah, it's a sad one. Yeah, that one's a sad one, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Let's see. Get back up off of me, Mabasaka. You can do... No, Thunder Rolls is you get in trouble for, too. Earth to God by John Rich. I do not know that one. Are you allowed to play Prince? Who owns this stuff now? Who owns Prince's music? I don't even know. Somebody does, I'm sure. No Prince. See? I was really pissed off that they did not allow us to play any Garth Brooks. None. Nothing. Like, they will take your stream. You know, one of the people who take your stream, Elevation Church. Whole stream gone. See ya. Poof. They'll stop it right in the middle. Like, you're not listening to this. How about that? Son of a beach. Well, we might have to just skip music. Because they don't like us today. Yeah, you can play some, but not everything. Bethel Music will do that too. I know, no Elvis, no MJ. We were trying to play MJ yesterday, but they'll get you. They'll get you for him. And Garth, he doesn't let any of his stuff be monetized by anybody. Which, I mean, I can understand. And if you find his stuff, his original shit, he'll go onto YouTube and get it taken down. He has people who do that. I'm like, Garth, you're a little out of control with this, sir. Just a little bit. Little tad. It's fucked up. It's very fucked up. Well, that's okay, because people don't want to listen to music. They want to talk about summer. There's only so much you can talk about with summer's situation. And we've listened to the professionals, even though T-Bori doesn't like that very much. They are professional. But what about Bill Cosby? His shit got overturned, y'all. Wow, that was a shocker. That was a shocker. No, you can't. I would think that's preventing new generations from hearing his music. Well, that's true too. I mean, I didn't look too much into it, but all I know is they overturned it. So, Tibori, have you watched the other videos of the behavior panel? I heard that they're really good. I don't know. They've been around quite a while, so it's not like they're just some kind of
How do you want?
let me see. How long have they been on here anyway? April 30th of 2020, and they've got a lot of videos. I guess they post a new video every week. They've done Joe Biden, they've done Prince Andrew, Epstein, Trump, Bob Lazar, presidential debates. Wow, okay. Hillary Clinton, Amanda Knox. So they've done a lot. They've analyzed a lot of people, it looks like. Hello. What is that? I don't know what that is. Your box is here, Scott. Peter Hyatt. He's okay, Peter Hyatt. I'm going to ask him to do Candace Wells. That's what I was saying earlier. Wasn't he really wrong on a few things? Like, really, really wrong? Let's see. Do we want to listen to his, he already did it. He's already done it. The Observe guy? Who's the Observe guy? Observe guy, I mean not Peter. Who is the Observe guy? Yeah, it's 10 minutes. And I guess he listens to different words or something? I don't know. I've not heard of him. Who? Peter? He's a bald guy. Go to Observe. Observe with Logan. Okay. Oh, that dude. Yeah, I've seen him before. I've seen him before. Okay. This is what Peter said, if you guys want to hear it. So, he's watching this specific sentence. Me and my mother and her were planting flowers, and we went in, and after we got done washing our hands and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, I walked her all the way over to the porch and watched her walking into the kitchen. That's the statement that he analyzes.
Case that has brought much interest. As a 5-year-old who's been missing more than 2 weeks. The first thing we notice about the case is that the father's account is not reliable, in the sense that he's repeating what someone else told him. So that must be discounted. And I'm aware of his criminal background. I'm aware of the obvious issues of substance abuse that may surround the family.
This guy.
But I'd like to focus on the mother's statement, and I've broken it down here. It's a little bit shorter. You get the full statement online. But to show what is concerning, what we know, I'm confused, over to the porch and watched her walking into the kitchen. So from that statement, and it's abbreviated, it says more, unable to conclude neglect.
Neglect.
Now, some will counter and say, given the family circumstances, domestic violence, substance abuse, perhaps some cognitive limitations, that's to be expected, and it's true, that is to be expected, but it's in the language regarding what happened. So if a sex offender has grabbed little Summer, or human trafficking, that sort of thing, or
It's
kidnapped her.
okay.
Mom shows guilt, but I can't tell whether the guilt is because she caused Summer's disappearance or the guilt of neglect, which is here. But there's some also interesting things within this statement that call our attention to specific details. So she's asked what happened. Me and my mother and her. We like to hear a mother in particular use her daughter's name. And this was the beginning of what happened. She uses the pronoun her. I believe
The mom's statement was all the way. The grandmother was halfway.
at this point even, that's some distancing language, psychological distancing. Say, well, what about if mom has cognitive limitations? That will impact the language. It certainly does. But if she speaks with an expectation of being understood and communicates with people, we adjust our context and we still analyze the words. Me and my mother and her, and we note the order, were planting flowers, and we went in after we got done washing our hands. Now, if you're planting flowers in the dirt, your hands are dirty, and the expectation is you're going to wash your hands. The expectation is not that you're going to have a need to talk about it. And this is where we often explore for guilt. I don't doubt that she washed her hands, and I'm not saying she lied about that. But what she's doing is including information that isn't necessary for the case, but does something else. We often find washing, when it is included unnecessarily, as another signal of guilt.
Now that part is what got me. I agree that that might have been a detail we didn't need. Washing has to do with guilt? I don't even understand this.
So washing our hands not only will cause us to question, hey, why do you need to include that? We're not reinterpreting washing of hands to mean something else. We're wondering why the need to include that. We often find it in statements of guilt.
Interesting.
And she, so another pronoun she, got a piece of candy from grandma. Washing our hands slows down the pace of the statement. Tell us what happened. She went missing while we were planting flowers. That would be very quick and easy.
But she didn't
But
go
instead,
missing while
we
you were
have a
planting
pace that's being
flowers.
slowed down, which often indicates tension, stress, and possibly even deception later on. I don't know if that's the case here, but I'm certainly open to it. Then I have the pronoun she again, not Summer, got a piece of candy from grandma. That's immaterial to what happened, we would think. But this also slows down the pace of getting to what is essentially the information that's needed. Now, she's a 5-year-old, and this is a normal household. This is all things that we presuppose. And 5-year-olds love to play, they love to wander, they love to have candy. I walked her to the porch. I walked her all the way to the porch. As if it's an extraordinary event, something out of the ordinary, something that's not normal. This is a portrayal of the subject by herself, the mother, as a good and conscientious mother who is diligently watching over her child.
That part.
The need to include this.
Is she trying to seem like a very watchful, observant mother? To me, yes. That's what she's trying to do. Just like I was saying, if I lost the baby and I said it was only 2 minutes, only 2 minutes, only 2 minutes, it was probably longer than 2 minutes, right? So now she's making sure the baby washes her hands and, you know, she walked her all the way back over. Are those things necessarily true? I don't know.
Information suggests to the contrary. And when you have a couple of those points, you realize you're looking at neglect. So it's not just the the socioeconomic status, the substance abuse issues, the domestic violence reports, some of those things.
Right,
It's in the
maybe.
language as well. And watched her walking into the kitchen. On a normal day, outside your yard, planting flowers or doing anything, would you recall watching someone all the way in at age 5 who runs in and out likely on her own many times? This is another indicator of guilt due to neglect.
And I think we talked about that in the beginning, right? Why are you saying you watched her? Like, what? Why? Because if I saw my kid go in the house, I wouldn't even think about, did I see them? I don't even know. They went in the house. That's what happened. They just went in the house. I don't really know. If she's trying to remember every single detail to give to the police, would she have included those details? Probably.
So it is possible that a sex offender got Summer, and mom has tremendous guilt for not watching her more carefully. That's certainly a possibility. And another possibility is that mom's actions caused something to go terribly wrong with Summer. The first one we look at, this.
Yeah.
We talk about guilty knowledge a lot. Guilty knowledge being mom knows what happened to her.
Yeah, I think.
And the guilt is because of that. But the first one we're looking at is called attendant guilt. In other words, something took place that the subject didn't do.
Yeah, that's his job.
She didn't cause Summer's disappearance, but something else was going on there, and she feels guilty over that. And I don't know at this point, because of the way the interview was conducted, what it is. Now, the interviewer had an opportunity to say, hey, you didn't want to speak out because of all the nasty comments that people make on social media. What would you like to say to them?
What do you mean? I don't want to bash anyone. That's why I don't say what I think. Who do you mean? Do you mean people in the chat, or do you mean the parents? She has been asked by police to recount every detail. Yeah. I mean, it's open for discussion, of course, but
this would have given her an opportunity to say, I didn't cause Summer's disappearance. I don't know why the interviewer didn't ask the obvious question. But if your child was missing, would you care what people on social media said? Now, you might if it was impacting search efforts.
Okay. The way he's critiquing is that everybody's the same. Everybody's on the same wavelength. Everybody thinks the same. Everyone's perception of things are the same. That kind of stuff, right? People are not the same, right? If this mother is often on social media, and if she's an insecure person who does give a shit about what people say, then yes, you do care. We can act like we're not going to care. We can act like we're not going to read everything that's written about our child if the child goes missing. Many of us would. We would read it. Some of us, maybe we wouldn't. Are you going to care that they're bringing up every detail of your entire life, every transgression you've ever had? Of course you're going to care. Are you going to care that they bring up your missing sister that happened 14 years ago? Yes, you're going to care because it's irrelevant to what's going on today, right? You're going to care. So for him to say, if your child went missing, would you care what was written on social media? A lot of people would care. Because it's not safe. Number one, her address is out there. Social media is not safe. There are lunatics out there. Now their address is there. See, Scott wouldn't care. I know I would. Scott wouldn't care. He'd be like, put the phone down, stop reading it. But I wouldn't stop reading it. I already know that I wouldn't. I'm being honest. I'd read it. I'd want to read every single thing. I would think I was a detective. If I'm not allowed to go out and search, I'm reading social media. Just in case somebody fucks up and says something that I might be able to catch, I'm reading it. I'm not going to lie. So.
Which it wasn't. The search efforts were tremendous. maternal instincts, and for most people, just human empathy, and not knowing what happened would cause them to do whatever it takes to run out, call for her child immediately, and address the kidnapper. So investigators have a difficult case on their hands, not simply because of the time that has passed along, but because of the mother's statement.
Yeah, they couldn't even go to
You've heard
Minigolf.
things from media where it appears law enforcement is confused, quote unquote, about what happened. And that's a deliberate statement that's meant to say, we've got some issues here. We don't have a clear answer what happened. And that's
And
important.
they don't. Yeah, they don't have a clear
I had a case
idea
many
of
years
what happened.
ago where a little girl went missing, and the father was deceptive about what happened. What happened when she went missing.
Okay. We're on the porch. The garage is enclosed. Can you hear Scott's car? Just asking if you can hear it. Good Lord.
And it proved later on that he didn't do it. What was he deceptive about then? We learned that he was deceptive because he was under the influence of drugs, and at that point, incapable of giving eyes on protection to the little girl who was able to open the door herself and wander away. So that's called attendant guilt, and it's very difficult at times to discern. So the conclusion of the matter is here is it's inconclusive. We need more of a statement. The 911 call, of course, would be telling. I don't have any association with the case. I'm just going strictly by the public record. Mom shows guilt, but mom also shows the knowledge, referencing her daughter in the past tense several times, that her daughter isn't coming back alive. We need to know why that is. Has she been told something that was so sobering that it knocked parental capacities down? The capacities of protection and denial?
It's so loud,
Or is
California.
it something else that needs to be said?
All right, so now, is he my favorite? Not really. Do I think that Summer's parents, there was a really good point made by the guys last night that if you're the type of person, you're in and out of jail, things probably haven't always gone very good for you. You know, you probably haven't had the best life. Most of your hopes are kind of by now. When something like this happens, are you optimistic? Like, we're definitely going to be able to solve this. We are definitely going to be able to get my kid back. No. A lot of times you're just like, of course. Like, what the fuck else could happen? And you lose hope rather fast. Not as optimistic as a naturally optimistic person would have. You might feel like, with the statistics and all of that, we're probably never going to see her again. Yeah, and her sister never came back. It blows my mind how many people actually want this dad and mom. Oh, honey, hush. Yeah, they do. They really do. Candace brought her boys to a trampoline park yesterday or the day before, and she was smiling. That picture is all over social media. How dare she bring them and be out here laughing? She can't go search. She's not allowed to search. She's not allowed to. So, at what point is it okay with social media that she brings her children anywhere? That she goes anywhere again? That she smiles? At what point is it okay? When exactly? I don't know. Come into your brain. Kim, he could be a big follower of things like that. Oh, look at that butterfly. If he's a big research, if he's a big follower of those kind of theories, those kinds of things, if he's following the sex trafficking reports that were under the Trump administration, he's well aware of that, right? It's in his mind. It's something he's read about. He's talked to people about. So maybe that was one of his most natural things. Hey, kids in this country are taken for sex trafficking. Maybe that was his immediate thought. If somebody grabbed her, for what reason did they grab her, right? I mean, we like to deny that sex trafficking has happened. We want to act like these things are not true. It's not true. What's sex trafficking? It's literally everywhere. Literally. And we act like, no, that's not true. It's not true. No, it's true. Yeah, it is. She is allowed to search after the polygraph has been taken. No, she's not allowed to search. She is not allowed to go out into the woods and search. No, we can't go down that rabbit hole, That's it, they can't, because the cops are watching them. If they were innocent in the eyes of the law, they would be able to go out. No. They said no citizens, nobody, no. They've even been asked by reporters and everything, are you allowed to go search yet? And they're like, no, not as far as I know. They're not allowed to. They said that in the beginning. We don't want the public's help. We cannot risk you going out there and us having to look for you and take resources away from looking for Summer. You can't go. Sit your ass down and wait. I didn't get out of my bed for 3 years. I mean, they don't know that their child's dead, and I'm very sorry, Kim. And I can't, you can't even, as a parent that hasn't happened to, you can't fathom it. You don't know what you would do, right? You don't know. You don't know. Pushing them for the rest of my life. They live there. No. So Lena says, well, I'll be damned if it was my kid. Watch me. No. The police are not going to let you. Okay? So here's the thing, right? Go take a piss in the middle of the street in front of the police station. Well, I'll be damned if they stop me. I'm not going to let my fucking bladder explode. I'm going to piss right here. Watch me. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm sick of paying these taxes. I ain't gonna pay these bitches. I'm not gonna pay them. What you finna do? Yeah, you are. If they say no, they're the po-po. What are you gonna do? I mean, we'd like to think that we can, and we would, and if we were them, we're going to such and such. You're not them. We don't know what's going through their minds. We don't know what the police and the FBI have told them. We don't know if they're being watched or looked at. We don't know. We do know that they said, you're not doing this. It's what you're not going to do. Sit your ass down and wait. That's going to be the hardest thing in the world. You feel like you're not doing nothing. You're just sitting. Run at my precinct and shoot it up. He also got arrested, so there's that. Your ass ain't doing... You're not. Kids for it, but out there smile. So she shouldn't smile either. She shouldn't smile at her other kids. Okay, so there's no smiling. There's no trampoline parks. There's no medication to help with any depression, anxiety, or whatever she might be going through right now. What else? Because we can get a list together and send her the things that she shouldn't do. Like what else? I don't know. Oh yeah, Maddie McCann's mother was dragged for everything. 3 weeks at least. Okay. 3 weeks is good. How about everybody else? How many weeks can she not smile? A year? 6 months? 4 years? Until the body's found? Until she's home safe? When? When exactly? I mean, are things exactly the same as they were? No. I gotta pull my truck over. How extreme those things. Yeah. You can't think like that. It's not right. When we realized he was gone, it was instant panic. Because of my smaller kids, so I had to wait and see if my... Oh my God. I would freak out. I would freak out. Maybe one of the kids did something funny. You know the scariest part of the whole story?
Where's my car?
Somebody was there, right there. Somebody was there at that trampoline park who took a picture and decided to post that on social media.
Why is it in the driveway?
Because they're not here. I gotta move my truck. Bring them two in. Dad can get out.
Dad can get out.
My truck is far over. I know, but my car is too far over. Do I need to move my truck over? That's what I was coming to do. Back up. Motherfucker. Fucking jack you up, bro. You see, even when I fucking try to be nice, man. Oh. Fuck your world up, man. Here I am trying to be nice. Are you moving earlier? About hell yeah. You want me to? I'll stab your face. My God, it's so hot in here too. I'm gonna die. Lord God. I'm rude. Get the fuck out of here. I'm coming out to ask him. He's like, hell yeah, I will stab you in your neck, bruh. What are you doing right now? Telling me like I'm crazy or something. Mother sucking sucker. Get your ass out of here. Shit. That's why you don't be nice around this house. It don't pay to be nice around here. It don't. You can hear his truck from here. His car. Stupid thing. I hope you can hear me too, you fucker. Exactly, Ty. Yeah. At age 3, my mom had a newborn baby and 7 other children. She was broken, but she carried on. Yeah. The day, yeah, are you passive aggressive much? That's why I have to be, you see? Was that a neighbor? No, that was my husband. The lady's voice, is that a neighbor? Yeah, that's a neighbor. Was that man's voice a neighbor? No, that was my husband. She never mentioned anything about when they went swimming. Because it wasn't part of the timeline of her going missing and they didn't ask about it. Another behaviorist said that they were innocent. Well, 6 behaviorists or law enforcement type deal people said that. She didn't mention the swimming because she did not want to have to confront those questions. No, she didn't mention the swimming because she wasn't asked. And what does it have to do with anything? They made it home, right? Grandma seen her, the boys seen her. She went missing from the home. The dogs have confirmed that by tracking her. So what does swimming have to do with it? Oh, wait. She needs to be her very best for those other kids. They need laughter. True. She did not. No, she didn't. You ever felt like you hit your head against a brick wall? No. Why are you so frustrated, T? Tell us. Share. Share with the class. I know you don't like those parents very much. You think that somebody did something. Have you been taking lessons from Gray? No. I'm kind of frustrating you. I'm frustrating you. I'm frustrating you. You're for Laya. From Layaville. Well, did they ask? No. The reporters didn't ask. I'm too nice. You're a liar. I thought I was just so rude and mean. You're so rude and mean. You're like Gray. You treat your husband terrible. And then on the other hand, you're so nice. Liar. Make up your mind. The dog could have tracked her scent from an earlier trip to the water. They didn't track her scent at the water. They tracked her scent at her house. Did you see what Dawn's sister spoke out in a Facebook group? His sister? No, but I've seen his alleged niece. What's the sister name? Tell me about that. In the full interview, the reporter did. Okay, T-Boy needs to go. Oh, yeah.
Where do you go?
To the vape store. You are my favorite. I watch it. Thank you so much. And I'm snarky. How long is acceptable to you to be out and about? I mean, if I was going to a place my kids always went, and I still had little kids who it's not really fair to keep them locked up. Do you see how many places those people go? How many places Candace brings her kids? A lot of places. So it's been 2 weeks. They haven't done anything else. And they went and, you know. Hey, Trisha. I mean, I don't know. T-Boy loves me. So please don't listen to her. She loves me. Said sister said Dawn. No, not the sister. Wait. I watched a video just now. Where? On Facebook? So you might be right, because I haven't heard about the sister yet, but I have heard the niece say that. I've communicated with the niece. And the niece said he SA'd others. Thanks, Mandy. I mean, I don't know at the time. I don't know. Yes, it's windy, honey. Dawn's sister. Okay. Is that on Facebook or is that on YouTube? We talked about that earlier today. Yes, you said. Yes, what? YouTube said she saw firsthand, the sister said Dawn. Okay. In a Facebook group. Of course a video was made about it. Was the video from today, or is that the other video where they changed her voice? Yeah, there is that one too, Heather. I agree with that, Katie. It's from today. Dawnwell's sister. It's your sister. Do we know the YouTube channel? No, of course we don't know. I don't listen to third-hand accounts, which is exactly why I reached out to the niece to confirm it, but what time are you usually live? Oh, Teresa, honey, you never know with me. Could be the middle of the day, could be the evening, it could be, it's usually not night because I go to bed early because I'm old. So, you need a snarky warning? Just assume all the videos will be snarky. Almost all of them. All right, let me go to the Facebookers, okay? Let me go to some Facebooking, honey, because you already know these people are crazy. And all the people said amen. And all the people said amen. Oh my god, my Wi-Fi. Sarah Saving Spirits. Okay. First, we're going to look at Sarah's other videos. No offense, Sarah. My Wi-Fi sucks asses. Sounds like a psychic. We finna find out, chat. She has a lot of subscribers. Oh, it's a Spirit Box channel. I'd be sitting in my yard all day. She said she read it first. Yeah, she read it. I read it too. She read it. She read it. She did read it. Y'all gonna try and make me crazy, right? Alright. 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 She doesn't have anything with his sister on here from today. Her last video was 16 hours ago. And it's about Hunter. Then she has a conversation with a spirit about Summer. And then she does tarot on Summer. Go to the Facebook group for the statement. Okay. Okay. I'm sure it's this Facebook group. It's always this Facebook group. Do you know the sister's name? Might be easier for me to find it. Let me just put in the word sister. I don't know. Sister. Found it. Okay. Trigger warning. Donwell's sister has decided she wants me to share her story. She messaged me this morning and opened up. She gave me consent to share to clear the air. I will warn you now that you will be muted or blocked if you victim shame or blame. You don't have to support, comment, or believe her, but you will not disrespect an alleged abuse survivor in our group. Okay. Hello, my daughter told me you were one of the admins of a Summer Wells page that I'm a part of. I'm Donald's sister, and I was abused by him from a young age. I have a post I wanted to share, but wanted to ask if I would be allowed to. If so, how do I do that? Answer, you can type it in here, or I can share it in the group, or you can just make a post in the group, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, I am one of the people who Donnie, S.A., for me, it started when I was 4 and lasted until he went to prison when I was 10. My daughter, the person I spoke to, my daughter, blank, has made a few posts about this and is now getting backlash and was told by the patriarch of our family that she is no longer allowed to be in or part of the family for dragging his name through the mud. He is denying any of this happened, even though at the time it was not addressed but witnessed more than once. A lot of you ask questions like, if this happened, then why isn't he in jail? Why wasn't he arrested? This right here is exactly why. This is a lot, there is a lot of abuse in our family history. Not solely Donnie, but it seems like it's almost the norm. Not to talk about it, don't tell anyone, sweep it under the rug type mentality. All blank, her daughter, was trying to do was break the cycle and stand up for what's right in hopes that it could possibly give clues to Summer's disappearance. I'm not sure why so many choose to look the other way in instances like this, but they do. As far as abuse, drug use, babies with diapers so dirty that they were full of maggots, all completely true. Just for clarity, I'm talking about his first son and daughter, who are now in their 30s. Some of you asked why nothing was done, why the kids weren't taken away. Donnie was never one to stay in one place very long, but the majority of his years, his 2 oldest children were growing up in Utah. We all knew that they were misfit parents. They would come to my parents and visit a lot, and also live there off and on. Every second we could, we would bathe the kids, dress them in clean clothes, feed them, hold them, love them. CPS was called all the time, but nothing ever came of it. Family members were constantly offering to take the kids, and one even tried to adopt them, but they always refused. When the state would start breathing down their necks, they'd come up and leave the state, sometimes in the middle of the night. None of you have any idea how hard we all tried to do the right thing by these kids. Every time we'd call CPS, we'd wait for the call. Everyone was ready to take them, but that call never came. I don't want to get into a lot of the detail, mostly because I could go on for hours, but I'm not going to sit by while my daughter gets criticized for trying to give insight on what may have happened to Summer. My past does not sway me in either direction if Donnie or Candace had anything to do with Summer's disappearance. But I do think certain things should be noted. And Donnie, if you want to confront me directly, then bring it on. You know the things you did to me, the secret motorcycle rides down the railroad tracks, the quote-unquote dare games you'd play, the if you don't want me to die, don't tell anyone comments, coming into my room every single night, and a 7-year-old me trying to force on as many pair of pants as I could to deter you before I went to bed. Oof. The apology you gave me, the apology you gave me while you were in Utah recently. And this past week, calling Dad, lying, and trying to get sympathy from a heartbroken man with Alzheimer's. So pathetic. Oof. I hope and pray this baby is found safe. She deserves a chance for a better life. We all love you so much, Summer. You can post this openly. Yeah, it's on Facebook. Okay. Number one, do I believe that to be true? Yes. Did I believe her daughter when she told me? Yes. Do I have concrete proof? No. Do I think this particular issue is directly correlated to Summer's disappearance? No. Right? And the reason that I don't is because he was at work, right? Could they have planned maybe, I don't know, something? Possible. Yeah, Noelle. It's triggering. Yeah. Definitely. It's definitely triggering. Yeah. Yeah. It is sad. Of course, the FBI knows, yeah. So, well, now that we've read this, this is the daughter. Hey, Trish. I'm trying hard to quiet some crazy rumors on my YouTube channel about Summer's case. But the one story I have not included and will not include is what you've said about Dawn. Would you be willing to speak to me a little bit? Sure, I don't mind answering any questions, but I don't want to do a talking interview. I said, no, I totally understand. Was he ever accused publicly by anybody? She said, you mean like reported to the police? I said, yes. I mean, to anyone, I guess. I'm wondering why nothing was done. Did any other adults know? Because you alleged there were several people. Yes, others knew. But my family's view on sexual abuse is basically turn a blind eye. If we don't talk about it, then it didn't happen. He flat out admitted it to my grandma, who's his stepmom, and to one of my aunts. I said, I'm sorry, that's brutal. I can understand that on some level. Then I told her a little bit about myself and my past. But to be someone who's done this to more than one person, that's crazy. She said, yes, it's awful. It's impossible to break the cycle when no one wants to admit any of this is happening. I said, do you truly believe in your heart that he would hurt Summer? She said, well, I watched him literally beat his older son when we were younger, so yes. I 100% believe he's capable of hurting her. I don't know if he did, but there's no doubt in my mind that he sexually abused her. I said, okay. Is there any truth to the rumors of him trying to sell his older kids when they were little? Are they addicts, him or her? Yes. I was at my grandparents' house when it happened. His wife told my grandparents that Don was high and gave his children to his dealer. She stepped in and took them back, and Don thought it was funny. He didn't see anything wrong with it. He's 100% an addict. He's been on and off drugs since he was 16. He's been in and out of prison his whole life. Mostly heroin. Every time he would get out, he had found Jesus, and he would swear he was better and reformed. Within a few months, he was stealing from the family and back on drugs. I don't know, Candace. I'm not sure. I said, whoa. I've been strongly defending them on the drug angle because we really have no proof. This is all just so disappointing. My mom, his stepsister, has his criminal background. It is 32 pages long. 32 pages. We've only found a few convictions, and they were very minor, like breaking and entering, other than the domestic violence in October. And that's the last I heard from her at that point. Dawn, I just read the post from his sister previously a second ago. It's pretty rough. But, does that directly correlate or tie him to Summer's disappearance? No, they didn't report it. They reported it to family members who told them not to report it. He was at work, yes. That's what I'm saying. So yes, these things are horrible. They're horrible. They're horrible. They're horrible. But does that connect him to Summer's disappearance? Which is why I didn't want to read the niece's information, because while it's horrible and it makes me look at him with disgust and contempt, it doesn't make me think, well, because he did this to people, he is responsible for her disappearance. So to me, to the case, it was irrelevant. It's gossip, really. But his niece brought it to Facebook and put it all over Facebook. It's literally everywhere on Facebook. I'm not telling you a secret that nobody else knew. And now her mother's coming out to defend her daughter. Gray was asking who was the text convo. I had it with Dawn's niece. The other, prior to that, I was reading Dawn's sister's words. No, I don't think she was gone any sooner than what they reported. This is why I'm struggling now. I believe it happened. Well, why I bring it up now? You didn't care to protect them back then or the kids now. So I don't know. I asked this question the other day. Do people who harm kids in that way, in that manner, I'm sure you know what I'm saying, do they change? Do those kind of people change? Do those desires change? Everything I've ever heard or read on it, and I've done a lot of research because of my own past, they typically don't change, right? Could that lead us to believe that something similar happened to Summer? Yes. Have the FBI and TBI probably talked to these people? Yes. Might they have reason to believe that Summer was touched in that way? Yes. Is it relevant to this case, to her disappearing from that home when he wasn't there? Unless he was somehow involved in selling her, or I don't know what, then you have to come up with a conclusion of no, that it doesn't. How could it? It is horrifying. My offender had 5 daughters, but he touched the stepdaughter. Same, Heather. Mine had only myself and my sister, but he never touched my sister, thank God. So, I don't know. I don't know. And that's another reason you don't want to talk about these things, because there are a lot of people who've been harmed, and it is a trigger, and it is not completely relevant. Yes, it's relevant to talk about the dynamic of the family, because if you'll go to those lengths, you might go to any lengths. If you'll go to those lengths, you might go to any lengths, right? Yes, I do believe she was alive in the back of the car. Yeah. Alicia, there's so many. Yeah. Well, she did go downhill very quickly. I contributed that maybe to COVID, maybe to her mother's depression. I don't know. Well, if this is all true, he should have been in prison. Without police reports, I don't know. And are some family dynamics that way, where you're just like, shut up? Shut up. Stop acting like this happened. Stop giving our family a bad name. Yeah, there are a lot that are like that. A lot. It doesn't only touch two and then touch multiple outside. Whew. My adopted family was. It's a lot. You know, it's a lot to take in. What his sister just said is a lot. I was already aware. And it didn't change my perception of the crime itself. And I know that some people might be like, what? I hate him now. I don't believe a word he said. And I understand that, but I had to really think about it. I mean, I've been talking to his niece for several days, off and on. And I felt like, okay. He's allegedly a monster. All right. He did all of this. Okay. All right. Does that belong in the same box as the day Summer went missing? I don't think it does. It belongs in a box, for sure, of their family history. It is relevant to the dynamic of that family and maybe what Candace is afraid of. Maybe why Candace said it was just 2 minutes. It was only 2 minutes. Maybe she's afraid of him. I don't know. Yeah, Anne. Yeah. Yeah. Has he addressed this behavior? According to other emails that I've received from people who know the family and who are talking to the family, he says that this is all bullshit. He says it's absolute garbage. Not true in any way. So yes, he's denying it. He's saying none of this is true. It's all fucking made up bullshit because of what's going on right now. And so who do you believe? There's no police report. My heart says always believe the victim. Always, right? But we're not. That's not what we're doing here on this channel, right? We're trying to say what could have happened. Does his past transgressions have anything to do with the timeline that we're sure about? No. Yeah, what's he supposed to say, right? Is he going to be like, yeah, I did all of that. Come take me to jail. No, of course not. But here we are, right? Seems like Summer's the only one who went downhill during COVID. You never did one either? I never did one, Saba. I never did one either. Sure didn't. I held my abuser's hand the day that he died. And I prayed with him. That's what I did. Maybe Candace sent her somewhere. That's a theory, right? That's a theory. All right, Silas, honey. Place on this park. I love my abuser like a father. Yep, same. He abused me and I knew it when I was younger. Yeah, I was able to black out a lot of stuff, which is awesome when you can do that. Forgiveness is for you. Absolutely, Red. That is the best case scenario. Make her less appealing. If he did, would Candace notice something wrong? I'm sure Candace would have noticed, Jojo. Of course, that's her mother. You're gonna notice. My mother didn't notice. Till I told her. And then, even then, how many times have we heard that, you know, you're not believed, the abuser gets to stay in the home, all that kind of stuff. I mean, this is not uncommon. This is not shocking. It simply isn't. Do you know how many of the stories I've heard? When I've told my own story with only 40 people in here, half of the women were like, yeah, me too. Me too. It's so disgustingly common, right? And it's common for them to cover it up, right? Here's what's also common. For people to come out during crime cases and lie, which is why I didn't mention it until somebody brought it into the chat. That's why I did not want to read her messages. Because I have no proof. And we're trying to deal with what we know to be fact here, right? We're not trying to be salacious and, you know, oh my God, look what he did. It's going to be all over the YouTube channels today. You better believe it will be. And then what? And then what? And then what? It just gives people more drama. And it gives people something to suspect the parents over now. Because he did this years ago. This is what he was doing. He definitely did it. He was a drug addict. Oh my God, all of this stuff. And what people are going to conveniently forget is that the FBI has probably verified he was at work. And they know what the timeline is. And they've already talked to his family. All of this has already happened. They've already talked to his family. They want to know the history of these people. They want to know everything that they can find out about these people. But this will be quite a distraction. And that's the way these cases go. Yeah, Kim, it's crazy what I just read. Policies and silence abuse. Oh, yeah, absolutely, they do. Come on. They do. Maybe, Rosanna, but is anybody missing from the church? They'd want to know that, right? I don't feel good about this. Candace can't take care of her kids without help. Family would have to step up. It's very hard to find a solution. Hey, Christina. I believe it does, because he has threatened his wife and the boys with a gun. Well, the gun was in the car, right? So the gun was in the car. We have the police report. Black powder gun. I don't even know what the hell it is. We know he punched his own self in the face that night. Past behaviors predict future. Yeah, they do. Maybe Candace didn't send her away for safety somehow. Maybe. How would Candace find somebody to come take her daughter? I don't know. But are any of the church members missing? I don't think so. I think they would have figured that out. Step of bringing it out, and then she gets threatened by him and is scared, and now Summer is missing. Step of bringing it out? I'm not sure what you're saying. Punching self in the face is a bad sign. Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. So the maggots in the diaper thing, that was from his children who are now 30 years old, okay? Keep that in mind. A different wife, 30 years ago, not Summer and her brothers. Where did Tibori go? God, sorry. Does anybody know where the fuck Tibori went? Let me look on Instagram. She left me. She's like, bitch, I'm out. She was just here. I haven't seen her. She said, let me regroup my sanity. Yeah, that was probably a lot. Yeah, she's not on Instagram either, so she might be just dealing right now. No, she wasn't saying goodbye. What did Dawn say about checking neighbor's house in the interview with Candace? They have checked. the homes. Child sex trafficking is done, rings of people, yes. If someone from church was given Summer, he could have passed her on to the next. Well, she needed to regroup, okay. No, they didn't. They don't change, it's been proven. Yeah, they don't change. No, VB, I'll keep it up. We just read a statement from Donwell's sister. So it was kind of gross and disgusting and depressing and awful. So it was just awful. It was just, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It was just awful. Let's see the comments. Okay, it's just mainly bless you, etc. Okay. No crazy theories yet. God, this is a lot, huh? Ugh. No, Claudia, I don't. Yeah, that statement was heavy. No other words. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's just nothing. I don't even know what else to say now after reading that. It's just. What else can you say? I don't even know right now. Come on, Lola. Lola, come on. Come on, Lola. Come on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss, guys. That was too much. Come on. Come on. I don't know. I don't know. No. I don't know. Praying for a miracle, aren't we all? Aren't we all? I don't know. I think I need to go listen to something happy now. There she is. There's T-Bori. T-Bori, message me. I want to see if you're okay. Thank you, Nikki. My dogs are up there making noise. Yeah, my heart's pretty crushed too. So, I've got to go listen to something happy. Love you so much. I gotta go. Bye.